Good morning, Detroit. Good morning, everybody across the world listening and watching on YouTube or streaming wherever you're getting your the services from. My name is Eric Guzman. Evan couldn't be here today, so Jeremy and Paul had to ask the only other guy that they could ask to fill in the seats. So.
The OG. The OG.
Again, you are listening and watching the newest edition of Speak Your Piece, coming to you live actually from Woodward Sports Network here, over here in Birmingham, Michigan. So nice little studio. I know I've been here before, but always nice to shout out the studio when we can. Again, my name is Eric Guzman. Sitting alongside this week are my co-hosts, Jeremy Bryan and Paul Shapiro. Again, make sure you are following us on the social media platforms. Facebook at Speak Your Piece 313. The Instagram handle Speak Your Piece 313. YouTube channel as well. And then again, you guys handle the TikTok as well. What's the TikTok handle? Isn't it Speak Your Piece _podcast?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
If not,
I'd double check that.
You see the logo on your screen there. So wherever the logo is placed at, I know Jeremy does all the video editing. Make sure you find us on TikTok as well too, and keep up with that as well. Gentlemen, it's always good to see you here as well. I know you guys see each other on a regular basis. You guys did your first show in almost a month as of last week, so good to see you guys back after a fucking month-long hiatus. And there's no such thing as PTO. We're freelancing.
Yeah,
we're freelancing podcasters here. So let me start off with you guys. I know you guys, first and foremost as well, Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first episode of 2023. So, Paul, let me start off with you. How was your New Year's? I know you and I saw each other at the same event. But how's the New Year been treating you so far?
Good. I mean, just back to work again, back to the reality after the holidays, and dealing with the baby and baby being baby, and baby stuff.
Everything is the same old
stuff. Yeah, nothing really new. What about you?
Nah, same thing, man. Like I said, saw you at the same New Year's Eve event as well.
It's a good time.
Welcomed in the new year as well. So other than that, like you said, working. Actually, kind of getting my focus shifted up here. I kind of made a couple of social media posts, thinking about getting back into this potting thing a little bit more full time again.
Oh, really?
I've been having that itch for a while to get back in.
Okay.
So with that being said, I've been really thinking about it, and I'm going to try and see what I can do, kind of come up with to maybe, get back in there, whether it's doing another show or maybe jumping back in here with you guys.
Saying it's New Year, new Eric.
I ain't no, I'm still fat.
Here we go.
That part hasn't changed.
Here we
go.
go.
Like that since I was like 10, so 20 years running on that side. So. Jeremy, how about you? How was your New Year? Again, Happy New Year to you as well also, but how was your New Year? Any resolutions for you or anything like that?
No resolutions. The New Year was pretty good. Rang in the New Year with, of course, my girl and then her mom as well, because she just had surgery. So
yeah, you were telling me about that.
So yeah, she was spending basically like the week with us trying to recover to get back because she can't walk upstairs. Something on her stomach. I can't remember the exact name of it as well, but she can't really walk upstairs right now. But yeah, she stayed with us for a week, and of course that was that time in between, from Christmas on to the New Year.
Damn. So
yeah, she was just with us, just recovering for a little bit. But it was nice having her around and everything. Is
she back home now, or
yeah,
is she still with you?
Yeah, she's back home now. She went to the doctors again to get a follow up after the procedure. She said she's fine. You have to get up and start, getting a little bit more active, walking around, take a walk, just to get your body used to everything back all over again. But it was nice. I mean, it was nice. Also, it was nice seeing that Miss Ohio State field goal right as the ball dropped as well, too. So that was cool.
Oh, that's right. They were playing into midnight.
The exact same time.
God bless the New Year, but
we're gonna get into that.
We'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Yeah, also, that game before that.
We're not gonna talk about that.
I was watching your guys. I was watching the episode last week, and some of the takes you guys gave. It's like,
we were close on the score.
Those did not.
No, y'all were not.
Those did not age well at all.
No, there's a lot of things we say on here that don't age well. So that's how we're semi-professional. We know how to do this to a certain degree, but as far as shit that ages well, still working on that. So, all right. As we start off, as Evan likes to do, let's start with the sad and somber things first. We do have a passing that we need to go through as well, and I wanted to apologize in case we do butcher this young man's name.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
This is a defensive player out of Jacksonville. The young man's name is, and again,
offensive player.
Offensive. I apologize. Apologize for the name, the butchering of the name here. Uchechukwu Nwaneri. Again, he is a offensive tackle or offensive lineman.
Offensive guard.
Offensive
He played
guard
for
for the
Jacksonville Jaguars.
When was the exact passing by any chance? Was it during Christmas or New Year?
He passed December 30th. He
All right.
collapsed in his wife's home, and he was 38 years old.
So again, we do want to send our condolences to the, again, apologize for this, Nwaneri family as well, also friends family, who is going through a tough time in that loss. I believe there's a couple other losses that we mentioned. Hip hop icon, recently on Drink Champs, Gangsta Boo, who's been well known as being one of the unofficial members or has ties to the Memphis rap group 3-6 Mafia as well. She passed away on New Year's Day as well. Also, I think we were talking a little bit off mic as well. Also, that there were maybe a couple other passings. So if there's somebody that we didn't miss or that we didn't read out, we did miss again. Anybody who's going through this especially the beginning of the year, post holidays, during holiday season at all, we want to send our condolences out to you as well. So with that being said, we do want to give a moment of silence. Paul, real quick, anything on the passing of the Nwaneri?
That's when I read that, I was insane. He's only 38 and his heart, like some kind of heart issue, I believe, heart condition. That was insane. And too many people with heart stuff at a young age is happening. And it's a shame.
Listen, it's a very crucial point as well. Also, to just reiterate, again, you're never too young to to have yourself checked out like that. We have this mindset here that we think oh, I'm young, I don't have to worry about it. Especially to younger athletes when you're starting off in school and school athletics early, go get your physicals, go get yourself checked out. Again, these heart issues, because it's something that's so hard to detect, are these silent killers. So by all means, please go get yourself checked out. Go get yourself tested every year. Your yearly physicals. It's just crucial for your health, for a long, healthy longevity of life. So again, with that being said, we do want to give a moment of silence here. So, gentlemen, let's give that moment here. Again, rest in peace to the Nwaneri, Uchechukwu Nwaneri as well. Also, again, condolences out to your family and friends as well. All right, gentlemen, I would ask you, where do you want to begin? But I feel like we have no other choice but to begin with a little bit more somber stuff here. The story that's taken over the sports world as a whole. Let's talk about it. So we had a Monday Night Football game against the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals. It was a very highly anticipated game. Playoff implications were in place here as well too.
Playoff seeding implications.
Yeah. So that's why I said playoff implications as a whole. We're on the line here, and we had a very scary moment here. When I first saw the news of this as well, I thought we were a little bit further into the game than what I realized what had been played. There was only about nine and a half minutes left in the game, and the game had to stop because the defensive safety, right? He's a safety, or is he a guard?
He is a safety.
Safety. Damar Hamlin for Buffalo Bills tried to stop a play from Cincinnati player T. Higgins. After the tackle was made, Hamlin stood up, looked like everything was okay, and then just suddenly out of nowhere collapsed. Like not to make a joke, it literally looked like when you pull the battery out of like a live action figure. It looked like he just collapsed over that way. So as soon as that happened, obviously the game was put on pause. It's a scary moment. What made it really scary as well also was the fact that the game had been stopped to a complete hole at that point in time. They were reporting that they talked to a couple of Buffalo Bills players, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and they said that a couple of people were even crying. So it really kind of gave this really eerie vibe of like what could have potentially happened. So Damar Higgins was rushed to Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati Hospital, where they had diagnosed him as suffering from cardiac arrest. It took him about 9 minutes to again
resuscitate.
Thank you, not rehabilitate. Thank you. Resuscitate him, and he was rushed instantly right away. At this moment in time, we do have some updates here that in the past week that has transpired. He is breathing on his own. He is communicating both verbally and writtenly as well. He's been in touch with some of his Bills players as well, also kind of communicating with them. So, gentlemen, let's talk about it here as well before we get into some of the other topics here. Jeremy, I'm going to start off with you. You're one of our big football guys here, from what I recall. your takeaway from that moment as well, also, like kind of just seeing it transpire live on television as well.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on the event that unfolded.
Well, I seen it live, so I seen it like as it was happening, seen him collapse. At first, I just thought, oh, it's just an injured player, or he might be, as some football players do, fake an injury to get a timeout for the team, or something like that. So I just thought, all right, well, he'll be fine. But once, they start waving people over and you seen the concern on all the players' faces, like, something is wrong when you see tough as hell athletes like Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen just sitting there sobbing with tears down their face, just that worried look, like, something serious is that's just happened right here. And they did a good job of trying to keep the cameras away and trying to deflect the crowd from seeing what exactly was happening on the field. I know they brought the ambulance out and everything, but
I think it was like a 5-minute commercial break.
Yeah,
they kept going back.
They kept going back and forth from the field to the commercial to the people on the desk trying to figure out what's going on. And the simple fact that at a certain point in time when they were like, "Oh, he's been down there for like 9 or 10 minutes," and in my head I'm thinking like, "This dude is dead." Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they've gotten oxygen to him or anything like that, because they say, if you start losing oxygen, that's lowers your risk of actually coming back from this. Like, you could be just gone right here. And in my head, I'm like, there's no way that they are going to pick this man up or put this man in a body bag and cart him off the field. That cannot happen.
No, I think even if that were the case, thank God it wasn't. It's not. Again, there has been one time I believe they said somebody has passed on the field, and
Chuck Hughes.
That was a long time ago.
1976.
Or 67, I think.
He played for the Lions. I know that. Yeah.
I think in today's time, if that were the case, they probably would have carted him off the way how he was carted off. But I think if it did get to that point, they would have done that aspect off the field.
And
I would hope it.
Yeah. And credit to the Buffalo Bills assistant manager. I don't know his name, but he was actually the one who, they were putting him on the ambulance, but realized that he had once again stopped breathing. They stopped getting vital, so they pulled him back off and started doing CPR, trying to resuscitate him, trying to get some vitals going in him. That's when they finally did. That's when they put him in the ambulance and then immediately carted him off to go to the hospital. So, shouts out to him.
Paul, your takeaway from the event and everything.
Yeah, I watched it live after that point, before that point, but then after the collapse, I turned it off because it was crazy. But yeah, they had to resuscitate him 2 different times before he got carted off, which is crazy. And I was talking to one of my coworkers, and her husband is like a medical professional, whatever. And he said the way he was hit in an exact spot was millimeter. It would have been a millimeter difference. If it would have been the other way, he would have been fine. Just the exact point of how he got hit is what caused that.
Well, the crazy thing,
crazy.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that too, if you go back and watch the replay of it, T. Higgins is kind of running straight. He kind of side grabs him to kind of take him down. So it's just really.
And the thing is, it wasn't like a vicious hit. It wasn't.
No. It was just him trying to stop the play.
And he tackled him properly. It wasn't like he led with his helmet. It's not like he was,
Yeah.
So, but just the way he got hit is just millimeters, precision. It was just insane how that happened.
So I'm glad that, he is recovering. They said he's doing a really good job. Still has a long way to go. I
do know the first thing that he said after he woke up is, "Did we win?
Did we win?"
And the doctor was like, "Yeah, you won the game of life."
Yeah, that's a big pivotal thing. It's important. But I kind of want to ask you guys here off topic of that, because a lot of people were, let's kind of continue forward in this as well too, and I'll kind of get back to my point I was going to bring up. So fast forward now, obviously people were wondering, the game was, suspended for the rest of the night at that point in time. The NFL kind of went back and forth of what were they going to do? Were they going to resume the game at some point in time? Were they going to cancel it? So wording has come out that the game is officially canceled. They're voting on a proposal to potentially, see how this works, and we'll get to that in just a moment here as well also. But I kind of want to go back to the point I was going to bring up. I find it interesting, and first and foremost, thank God the NFL did stop the game as a whole. Obviously, we've seen situations in the past where, a player goes down, they, they cart the person off and then the game resumes. Thank God for that. But I kind of want to ask you guys here too, because this is kind of now the second time we've seen something of a scary incident, especially this year. Earlier this year, we had the Tua Tagovailoa concussion thing.
Yeah.
I guess my question for you guys would be is why do you, obviously we know why an athlete almost lost his life on the field. Obviously we know why the game stopped. But let me ask you, what makes that situation different versus the Tua Tagovailoa situation different? Because again, both games are played at Cincinnati. Let's take that into consideration. Or they were played against Cincinnati.
They were played both at Cincinnati. So this is like the fourth event that had fourth tragic event that's happened at this stadium. Second in this year, yeah.
Why do you think? Because Tua Tagovailoa was also down for quite a period of time as well. Also, I think it was about a 5-minute delay along that lines too. And again, that's a brain injury. Like we saw the guy go through a real life concussion. Again,
in one game. The first one wasn't reported as a concussion, but he had a concussion.
Well, we're talking about the big event here, yeah, the one that had people talking about it, right?
Yeah.
I guess my question should be: should the NFL really take a stand at potentially stopping games when it comes to these type of situations? Because my question, I think about it wow, Tua got hurt with a concussion. We watched him go through the motions, and he got carted off as well. Granted, yes, we got the thumbs up from Tua this time around, letting him know he was okay. But you're still watching a traumatic moment happen on television. What do you think the NFL should do in situations like this? And I'll start off with Paul on this one here as well.
So I'll play devil's advocate.
Okay.
It's a violent sport. They signed up for it. Concussions are part of the game. I played football. I got a couple concussions from it, so it's just part of the game. Now, when it comes to Damar Hamlin, they handled it properly, how you're supposed to.
I agree.
They didn't. Now, what people are trying to say, why don't they do that with other injuries? Why don't they cancel or stop the game for that long or whatever? People just cart them off or whatever. And I understand where they're coming from, but this was actually serious because he had to get resuscitated on the field 2 different times. But with Tua, that's on the team's staff for not pulling him from the game. And after the first concussion that wasn't a concussion, the dude was concussed. He just wanted to go back out there. So I feel like that also some of this stuff falls on the team medical staff, and that they need us to be like, nah, dude, he's not playing no more. I don't give a shit.
There's the term that's been thrown around as of recently is that, athletes need to be protected from themselves. And I think especially after this year, you're going to start seeing those type of things happen now. So.
Yeah.
And now as far as what the NFL can do,
because I agree with what you're going to say. You can't cancel every game when something like that.
But they're trying to do less things with the guardian caps during practice. I get that. That reduces injury, head
injury during practice.
It's I think it's
collision.
40%.
I think it's about 30 to 40%. Yeah.
But that's cool. But they're not going to implement that in the game. I know they're not. And unless it's going to get to a point where people keep getting concussed, they're going to be like, all right, we're going to have everybody wear guardian caps.
I was going to say, do you think we'll get to that point?
I hope not. But I hope not. But again, if people keep getting concussed the way they're getting concussed, it's going to be a problem.
So I guess my next question will be, and Jeremy, I'll let you speak on this as well. Also,
yeah.
What can the equipment companies do better at this point in time? At this point in time, if people are going to get concussed, should there be, tougher padding in the?
It also comes down to how you're getting taught how to tackle too. You can only teach someone. You can only teach someone how to tackle one way. It's not, it's
straight.
Don't lead with your helmet, lead with your shoulder. That's all you can do. And from there, and then
Jeremy, your take on this as well. Also, as far as at the rate things are going, where do you think the safety protocols will go for the NFL at this point in time?
I really don't know. I think the difference that separates that Damar Hamlin and the Tua situation is the thumbs up. When everyone around you sees players getting that thumbs up, yo, I'm okay, I'm all right, then it's like, all right, let the game continue, let it go on. But the whole Damar Hamlin thing is just it got so
It got
real.
very eerie.
Yeah, it got real in that moment, and it's just like, dude, I don't even know what is happening anymore. As far as the NFL trying to do anything more, they're probably not. And that's just being honest with you guys about it. Like, it's money and dollars to them the whole exact time. The whole time when they're at the stadium waiting for a response from Roger Goodell to see if they're going to cancel this game. No. Let the players and the coaches came together and said, no, we're not playing anymore. We're not playing this game.
Give you perspective. Look at what the MLB does when someone gets hit in the head by a line drive. Like a pitcher.
The game is stopped.
The pitcher, they stop. They don't cancel the game. They don't stop the game. They haven't implemented any guardian caps, any protective wearing for pitchers. They still wear baseball caps on the mound. So it's like, what is people aren't up in arms about what the MLB's not doing to protect players on the mound. So it's like, in that same sense, what can NFL do? I mean, they can only do so much.
Yeah, I mean,
the helmet technology can only get so advanced, and it's just like.
Well, you hope that these companies improve these helmets right now, because I have a couple NFL helmets at home right now, and putting it on myself, my head, and feeling the padding inside, it's not comfortable.
Very minimal.
It's minimal damage. If you get like a serious head-to-head type helmet hit, you're doing very little to protect your dome.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens, and I think going into NFL does winter conferences with all their owners and everything like that. It'll be interesting to see what their talks are going to be like after Super Bowl, after the season's over, and kind of see like what new safety protocols.
Do you think Goodell's in a hot seat for this? Going to be in a hot seat for this if he doesn't implement something?
Not for this one. Mm-hmm. Not for this one, because I think they did it the right way. Again, had to get resuscitated.
Because I was hearing that Goodell had to get convinced to cancel the game. But I could be wrong.
It would not surprise me if that were the case. I think, if anything, what Goodell was in more hot water for was the Tua stuff again. Having the first one that, a lot of people, you can call it what you want, back injury, neck injury. There was some type of concussional relay behind that, and then allowing him to go on the field the next day, I think that's more or less what Goodell was in hot water for that aspect. But for this one, because they did cancel the game, I think that he kind of saved his ass a little bit with that one. Had he would have said, no, I don't care, my word is law, go continue to play the game, and they did, then I think he's on the hot seat for that aspect.
I don't know how long you guys continue to watch after the incident happened, but at a certain period of time, you heard the broadcasters be like, all right, they're going to get 5 minutes to warm up, and they're going to go back out there. Now they're saying that, this is a false report. I don't know who told the broadcasters to say this, when in actuality, I think that they were going to resume this game at a certain point.
I think the initial game plan was to resume, but at the same point in time, I think once both head coaches and I think the general managers got involved with that as well too. Because again, in a situation like that, you're making a phone call. You're making phone calls left and right. Like, yo, what are we doing? What's this? What do you guys want to do? I think when both teams, we'll call them both organizations, came to a conclusion and said, yo, we're not going to play. Mm-hmm. I think at that point in time, Goodell had no
the players could have played. They were not in it mentally after that. They couldn't have played.
They were checked out.
The whole Bills staff was just checked out.
I don't think anybody should play after seeing that. Like, I'm sorry. No. Like, if we're doing a show here right now and somebody, either one of us rolls over on the ground and we got to stop and that's, recording right now. Sorry, y'all. I'm not finishing up the show.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't care.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know how they would expect the players to keep going after that. Like,
but again, let's going back to that as well. Also, let's go back to your devil's advocate point. Tua Tagovailoa. You see your man out there having concussion, fingers are locking up and everything. As you said earlier, it's part of the game. Right. You sign up for it. You sign up to potentially see these things. So it's different when you can play devil's advocate all day long. But at the same point in time, it's like, what really can you do?
And the reason why I'm playing devil's advocate is
because
that's what people are saying. And it's like,
I think it's the fact that you see concussions so often now that it's like, it's just
the
normal.
Yeah, it shouldn't be normal.
Yeah.
That's not normal, coach. Sorry.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, to be honest with you, I think within the next 5 years, if the concussions keep the way they're going right now, you're going to see guardian caps on the field. Not just maybe preseason. Maybe start in preseason. They'll implement.
I would not be surprised if the NFL changes up to the NFL, the national flag football team.
That's what Pro Bowl is now.
Well, why don't they like implement the Guardian technology inside the helmets more or something like that? Like,
listen, we're looking at a whole bunch of what ifs at this point.
Yeah.
So, a lot of things came from this as well too. But actually, before we get into like some of the outlash here, let me give you guys a little bit of an update here. So I found from CBS Sports here. The headline is NFL to make huge modifications to AFC playoffs after owners vote Friday in favor of proposal. So here's what we're looking at here. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown here.
So this is approved?
I believe this is approved.
Okay.
This was posted 17 hours ago.
All right.
So, yep. All right. The AFC playoffs are going to have a slightly different look this year, and that's because the NFL's 32 owners have voted to make two major modifications to the postseason. After the decision to cancel the Bills-Bengals game, the NFL also offered two proposals for changing the AFC playoffs, and those proposals were officially voted through on Friday. Under the first proposal that was voted through, the AFC Championship will now be played at a neutral site game if any of the following three scenarios are met. Scenario number one, if Buffalo and Kansas City both win or both tie in Week 18, then Buffalo versus Kansas City in the championship game would be at a neutral site.
Okay.
That's scenario number one. Again, I'll repeat that again. If Buffalo and Kansas City both win or both tie in Week 18, then those two teams, Buffalo and Kansas City, their championship game for AFC championship game would be at a neutral site. So you're not going to play at Kansas City. You're not going to play
Did they
Buffalo.
disclose what neutral
They'll go,
site?
not yet.
No.
They'll probably play at some stadium for a team that's not in the playoffs.
but both the Lions and the Colts have signed off that they're not opening their stadium for it.
Because the Lions may
Lions are in the
potentially
fucking playoffs.
make the playoffs.
Well, Lions may make the playoff, and also Sheila Hemp Ford is putting new turf in Ford Field starting next week.
Turf or is it hybrid?
It just says turf, as far as I know. So
All right.
apparently, who knows?
So scenario number two, if the Bills and Chiefs both lose in Week 18 and Baltimore wins or ties with the Bengals, then a Buffalo and Kansas City championship game would be at a neutral site. So again, scenario one is if Buffalo and Kansas City both win or both tie, we go to a neutral site. Scenario number two, again, is if Bills and Chiefs both lose and Baltimore wins or ties with the Bengals, then Buffalo and Kansas City championship game would be at a neutral site.
So either way, it's going to be Buffalo, Kansas City.
Right. So now,
Gotcha.
scenario number three. If Buffalo and Kansas City both lose and Cincinnati beats Baltimore, then a Bills or Bengals versus Chiefs championship game would be at a neutral site. So, gentlemen, that's a lot of reading. That's a lot of hypotheticals here as well. Also, what do you guys think about all this as well?
Why neutral site?
Because of the fact that the game was canceled and Cincinnati and Buffalo technically didn't play all 18 weeks versus everyone else in the league did. They're trying to make it a quote-unquote fair and even playing ground because the other teams technically played through all 18 weeks.
Okay. It's not their fault.
It's not. No, it's not their fault. And the first thing that came to my mind was if they do cancel the game, which obviously they did and was the right decision to cancel the game, why not just give them both a draw?
That's what I was thinking.
That
would be more fair.
Like a tie.
Yeah.
That would be more fair to give them both the tie, and then I knew
who was winning at that point. You know,
the Bengals. They were up 7-3.
It's a 4-point game. Again, let's just
have the Bengals win.
But even at that point in time, like the reason why I would say a draw, because the game didn't finish.
Yeah,
you both had an opportunity. Both had an opportunity to score. You got it.
Did it happen in the fourth?
It happened in the first quarter.
Oh, first quarter.
Yeah, it happened in the first quarter.
Shit.
Yeah, it happened in the first quarter.
I think it'd be different if it happened in the fourth.
I
think they would have called it.
If the game's halfway through, then you can call it either way, whoever is leading at that point in time. But I don't see anything that was wrong with the other proposal.
Just calling it a draw, yeah.
Yeah, calling it a draw, and also this year make it a little bit different. I mean, this year's been crazy enough as it is in the NFL. Do the 8 teams.
So now
for both sides.
Is the NFC doing the neutral?
No, it's
No,
only the
it's-
AFC because all
yeah.
those teams
Gotcha.
that were in there are AFC teams.
But
Gotcha.
the 8 seed would have been the neutral option that they would have went with as well too, to have an 18.
I think they're gonna do that. I think they'll implement the 8th team next year.
I think next year you'll see.
I think
it,
you'll.
yeah.
I think because they're already talking about it, so I think they're gonna do it next year.
Yeah.
And that way, you have the Lions going.
Well,
Wouldn't have to worry about Sunday.
If you're going off of this year, yes,
Yeah,
but we'll
yeah.
we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But let me ask you guys in regards to that as well. What do you guys think about the proposal, Jeremy? I'll start off with you.
I mean, it's fine. Like I said, I don't.
It could have been better.
It could have been better. I don't see anything wrong with the tie. Like that could have been the same thing. Regardless, you're going to get the Bills versus the Chiefs at some neutral site because they're both going to win this weekend.
I thought the Bengals were like up and winning.
They're
So
third.
They're right
They're
now
third?
ranked at
Yeah.
third. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, it's
Gotcha.
Chiefs,
If
Bills,
if they
Bengals.
would have won, they would have locked themselves
Yeah.
in at the third seed.
Okay.
But because Baltimore has a chance to potentially climb up all the way to third, that's kind of why they have this dilemma here.
It's
like,
crazy
oh,
they're
what do we
winning
do?
without Lamar too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm.
My man Lamar, and hopefully he'll be
I
back.
think
in
Lamar's
time.
gonna just be like, "Fuck you, I'm not playing in the playoffs."
We'll see what happens.
I think he'll end up playing in the playoffs.
I mean, do you blame him for not playing though?
I don't blame
I
him,
mean,
but
he's
then
got
again,
an
I don't
injury
know
at this point.
I
exactly
mean,
Exactly.
even
what's
if he's
wrong with
healthy,
him.
would you
Yeah.
blame him for not playing?
No.
At this rate,
It's
no.
gonna be his last
Seeing
year.
what's happening, like, no, I don't want to play right now.
You don't want to give me a contract? Fuck you.
Jalen Hurts is hurt. Lamar Jackson's hurt. Tua's in concussion protocol. Ain't not a
Is
concussion
Jalen
protocol.
like out for the
Not the
playoffs?
No.
season, no,
No.
but
Oh.
he's missed what the past two or
two,
three games.
two, three
Past
games,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've
Gardner has
started-
not been bad for him though, filling in. Been average, decent game manager.
And then there was that
Yeah.
talk too between what's his name, Micah Parsons. Like, oh, anybody can fit in that system, and it's a system. He's just a system quarterback. You really start to learn who these guys, which one, some of these quarterbacks are system quarterbacks and which ones aren't. So we'll take a
Yep.
look here and see. All right, I did kind of want to get into the Skip and Shannon thing as well too, but
Skip.
we're already almost an hour in.
Skip.
As you guys know, Skip and Shannon had beef with each other, and we're predicting that there may be an unfortunate split up between the two. A lot of it stems off of this tweet that Skip put out. Pretty much, it's a tweet that comes across very muddy, if you will. But I'll tell you this: go do your research. You can figure it out at that point in time. We have more things to get into.
Yeah,
Staying
don't
with
bring
football here as well too, and you guys have been talking about the whole time with the playoff picture here as well.
playoffs.
Playoffs.
Well, y'all are questioning playoffs right now.
Playoffs?
but-
I've been questioning playoffs since forever.
Such a
Jeremy's
hater.
drinking that Kool-Aid.
Such
Listen.
a hater.
Listen,
I'm a
As you
realist.
guys, as you guys can see, and for those who have followed my track record, oh wait, I'm sorry, the microphone. Yes, this is a Lions shirt I'm wearing, and for those who have followed my track record, I've said on numerous occasions, I don't own a single pair of Lion apparel. So this is my first Lions shirt here. The team
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I ain't
now.
drinking the Kool-Aid entirely.
Forward down the
I don't know, man. You got the
field.
shirt on.
Let me tell you why I got
The
this.
Lions won
The Lion-
again.
okay, let me tell you why I got the shirt though.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, the Lions have done really well over the past 8 games, right? What is it, 7-1? Some shit like that? 7-1? What changed it for me was I actually got a chance to go to my first Lions game a few weeks ago. I don't care how bad the team is. Going to a Lions game like that, it's a fun
I went to my
environment.
first one last Sunday.
Yeah, it's a very
So
fun
dope.
environment. It's a very fun environment. It makes it
Yes,
better when the
yes.
team is winning.
Yo.
But I understand now why you have guys like Jeremy who are, this year's our year. I'm going to the game somehow, some way.
Imagine being the old guys for 50 plus years saying that shit. I mean, come on.
Okay, well, that team back then wasn't going to win. I look back at like the 2016 Lions team, and I'm like, how was this even? How could you put this team
Y'all
on the
went off of a
field?
fluke. Y'all went off of a fluke. But anyways,
So what is now established is that y'all both drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm still sipping on it.
no,
There you go.
I'm a sipper.
You're not a sipper. You're wearing a shirt.
I'm a sipper because I just bought my first piece of apparel. It's not like I went gun ho and bought every fucking thing Lions.
But
Relax.
you bought the first piece, so that's the first step.
That's again sipping. I've been sipping for a while
No,
at a far distance. Like, oh,
I
now and then.
think you took a gulp. That's what
I
it
may
is.
have taken a little bit of a gulp. But anyways,
My man's over here is taking a Gatorade bath. So
I told you I got 2 pictures right now. Just
Jesus God. All right, let's talk here. Lions and Packers. This Sunday or this upcoming Sunday, which will be this past Sunday by the time this thing gets uploaded here as well. We're We're doing early predictions, obviously, and I know the game has been played at this point in time, but let's talk about it here. A lot of playoff implications for both teams. Lions win, they go to the playoffs. Packers win, they go to the playoffs.
Not necessarily, but
Seattle's got to.
Oh, Seattle has
to lose to the Rams, and then
but that's for the Lions to go in.
the Lions
right?
to get in.
Okay. Well,
The Packers don't have to have them lose?
I don't think I
No.
think the Packers just have to win. And
The
Gotcha.
Packers have to win, and then they'll get in. But still,
we need that. We need Seattle to take a L too. And according to Matt Stafford, the quote that's been going around, I'm going to help the Lions get to the playoffs. I mean, for him, their team's out already. They were one of the first teams eliminated in playoff contention. So
I got a feeling. I got a bad feeling.
You think Matt Stafford's going to?
Well, no, I'm not worried about Stafford. If I got
Oh
a
no,
feeling
Stafford's going to technically
Seattle.
win the game, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna pull the realist thing
Oh,
right
shit.
now.
Oh,
Seattle's gonna fucking
come
win.
on.
Goff is gonna choke at Lambeau real bad. Goff is gonna fuck up what he's been doing lately. He's been all right. He's been pretty good protecting the ball and doing
No interceptions since
normal
week 9.
shit.
That don't
Good
mean
for
shit.
him.
Over 4,000 yards a season.
Cool.
Can I make one
What's
joke
up?
about that though, or one implemental
What's up?
piece about that? That's in 8 games. What happened to the first 7?
You're right. So I feel like Goff is gonna fuck up. The California kid can't deal with Lambeau cold, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna pull Aaron
Listen,
Rodgers.
I was gonna say I find it to be
Nah.
bullshit because you play in Michigan, but their field is closed off, so they have the dome. So,
That's all Goff has been in his domes in his career. So
no,
besides California, and
no, St. Louis I thought had an open field.
Mm-mm.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
sir.
Those as a dome.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
and he started in L.A., not St. Louis.
No, not true. St. Louis is where he first
Was it
started.
St. Louis?
Yep.
Okay.
Jeff Fisher was the
Yep.
head coach there, and I think he played 1 to 2 seasons before they moved to LA.
I thought it was like that. Okay, that was
I said, no, that part I that much I remember very well.
No, there's always been domes.
Yeah.
you know?
But then again, it's LA. It's the open Coliseum, and then they got the dome of SoFi. So it's like
So let's talk about it here, guys. What are we thinking here? Obviously, like we said, for the Lions, a lot has to happen. You have to win, and Seattle has to lose. Are we calling a 50-50 split here? One happens, the other one doesn't. Do we honestly believe the Lions clinch the last playoff spot for the NFC?
No.
I believe so.
Are you-
Only for
Are
the
you
simple
drinking
fact
the Kool-Aid a lot?
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, but
You're
only
gonna
for the
shower
simple
in it.
fact that they did not put both of these games on at the same time, on at 4:00, to where one team doesn't know the outcome of
You're
the
saying
other.
it's rigged.
I think it's rigged in a way that the Rams will end
I
up
mean, listen,
winning
too.
this game, and then it comes down to Sunday Night Football, and it is the highest viewed football game that they have had this season.
So it's rigged.
Listen, I'll
Yes.
tell you this
That's
right
gonna
now.
be your excuse.
It is rigged.
God.
I'll tell you what, though.
Conspiracy.
No, I'm gonna buy into this for just
Oh,
a second.
shit.
Only
Thank
here's why.
you.
Only here's why I say it, right? Other than for like a game that's been canceled or postponed, right? When have you ever seen them change the timing of a football
Do it all
game?
the time. They took off
When?
fucking Denver because Denver's been playing
Denver
shit.
is terrible, though. No one wants to see
NFL
Broncos Nation ride to the
when
dumpster.
someone
Denver should have been
and
taken.
plus they didn't expect the Lions to be in playoff contention this year, so that's why they had
But
to
Lions
change
have
it.
always had a 1:00 time start.
This
time
whole
stamp-
season, everything's
But
been
now
1:00.
this is like a must-see game, must-watch game, must-win game. So NFL's gonna be like, all
I
right,
bet
give me
you-
the views,
hey,
baby. Come on.
No, fuck that. You keep that shit at 1:00. You want football to
Man.
be. You want football to be on Sunday. Give people a reason to
all
skip
about
church.
it's all about
Give people a reason to skip church.
man. It's all about ratings to them though. So they
Go have your football dinner. Don't even go out to eat. Go skip church and fucking stay at home and praise God when you're drinking your Miller Lite or your Bud Light, whatever the fuck football wants you to drink. Nasty piss water shit. But
Yeah.
all right. Oh yeah, I went out of
Haterade.
tear for a second.
Haterade.
All right, I'm back. I'm
drinking
back.
that haterade.
All right, so let's talk about some of the stuff that's been leading up to it, right? Aaron Rodgers for the past 3 weeks has been snubbing the shit out of the Lions.
It's like a mad shit.
After every post game, oh yeah, you have these 3 players. Well, only 2 of those teams are in real contention. All right,
It's so funny.
all right, fuck you, Aaron. I get it. You're not completely wrong. Fuck you. All right.
Not wrong at all.
And then now you have Pat McAfee,
Love him.
a.k.a. Aaron's best friend,
Oh my god.
who is really pissed that that our coach didn't want to fucking do the interview this time around.
You blame him?
And now he's all mad. Yeah, I can't believe they turned me down, and they're making a whole scene a whole skit of it on his podcast.
Yeah, he literally
He's
had
so-
fucking Aaron Rodgers on the day before talking mad shit.
Well,
But
he
I mean,
has
like,
an open spot on Tuesdays for Aaron Rodgers every single time. So it's like,
But here's the
fuck?
thing, though. Okay, let's put this into real life perspective. Pat McAfee is a former NFL player, right? You are best friends with Aaron Rodgers. You want someone to be on the show the week before your rival game. If I'm Dan Campbell, I did the right thing by not going. I'm not sitting
Because
on
Dan
your
Campbell
show.
went on there before, so it's
Yes,
not like
they
he
went
had,
on the-
you know, so it's not like he has not been on there before.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he went on the week when what was it? Penny Sewell did
Yeah.
that drive. But listen, in the spirit of competitive nature, if I'm Dan Campbell, I'm thinking to myself, wow, Pat McAfee wants me to go back on the show. We play Packers the week of, but they're best friends. No,
Yeah,
I'm not going on the damn show.
I don't blame him.
It's a competitive thing. Don't take it all I can't believe they're doing to go on my show. It's
This ain't
not like
Pee-wee
they're that good of a
football.
team anyway. Dog, come on. You've been gassing us up the whole fucking time since we've been on a run. Now because someone told you no, you sound like when one of the hot girls doesn't get the chorizo that she wants in life. I never wanted it anyways. It probably wasn't even that good.
Don't want it,
Yeah.
churro.
yeah, I don't understand why he
Churro's
was
probably
so,
not big.
I don't understand why he was so butthurt about the whole situation. Yes, you get Aaron Rodgers whenever you want him. You can call him up. You can text him. I'm sure they send memes back and forth to each other. But come on, Dan Campbell told you no once, and now it's like, oh, the people, the city of Detroit, send their tweets at me. Send all that hate, all that stuff right now. You know what?
I'm gonna just tell you right now. Be
What?
prepared. If the Lions pull this off, be
The
fucking
football
prepared.
gods have got to align, dude. Saturn's got to be
Oh.
in line with Jupiter. Fucking Mars has got to be in orbit. I mean, something, dude. Come on.
Side,
Seattle's going to beat the Rams. The Rams fucking below.
just
side,
this year.
side note,
Pretty bad.
McAfee did apologize for what he said on his show to all the people
Do
in
you have
Detroit. Yeah, I have the 3-page letter.
Oh,
of him.
I thought it was an audio piece.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it's not an
audio.
audio piece. It's this.
Oh no, if it's 3 pages, I don't need
yeah.
3 pages of shit.
3-page letter he wrote. Anyway, he apologized, but he might do a show in Detroit if the Lions win
I think he
on
has
Sunday.
To. I think
I'll
he
be
has to
there.
at that
I
point.
will.
There's
Be
an actual bet going on
Where in
right
Detroit?
now.
I seen,
don't-
yeah.
I don't know.
Isn't it between Woodward here?
Yeah, it's between Woodward. Stick here at Woodward. If the Lions lose, he has to wear an Aaron Rodgers jersey for an entire year.
Mm.
If the Lions win, McAfee has to come do a show here in Detroit, probably partnered up with Woodward, and also all the proceeds will get donated to one of TJ Lang's charities.
That's dope. Fingers crossed for the Lions win then at that point in time.
Yes, so Paul, now aren't you rooting for the Lions?
Listen, I love me some Pat, but dude, the Rams suck so bad this year. Seattle's gonna win. Seattle's gonna win. Geno's
Don't-
destined to make the playoffs.
Don't say that.
I'm telling you, I'm being real.
Matthew Stafford is going to coach up Baker Mayfield
This
to the
is-
best of his abilities.
This is after me being alive in this earth for 33 years, and for almost 33 years, and for 33 years, the Lions have fucking sucked, even with Barry. Okay.
This is not
year-
the same old
And my
Lions.
first year of life is when we made our first divisional round against the Cowboys, and we fucking lost. We suck. since I've been born, it has not been well.
We're
So
on one
I-
today. We're all on one today.
So I am not drinking shit until we can prove we
First
can.
off, drinking shit is not healthy.
And also, we're also 1-6 in primetime games. We fucking suck in primetime.
Wait a minute, time out. Can I put another staple on that?
God,
Haven't most of our primetime games been against Green Bay?
for the most, or the Bears. So it's like,
Anyway,
Jeremy, it's not looking good.
I mean,
Buddy.
do you consider Thanksgiving games prime time? Are those prime time?
By definition, because everyone's home watching the game. Yes,
I guess. Yeah.
Look at how good we've been in the Thanksgiving games. You fucking suck lately.
Jeremy, he's
So I'm telling you,
statistically speaking,
I'm expecting loss because it's what I'm used to after the past 30 years. But if we somehow, some miracle comes out, I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Karen Rodgers is going to get frustrated out on the field, and he is going to throw 3 interceptions.
Listen.
He will lose this game for the Green Bay Packers.
I want nothing more than Aiden and fucking Houston to fucking go off on Rodgers, but I mean, their O-line is fucking stacked. So,
all right. I'm riding with Paul on this one. Damn. As much as I've sipped the Kool-Aid, right? I do think Aaron Rodgers is a man on a mission to prove everybody wrong.
Karen Rodgers.
Taryn, Jaron, whatever the hell you want to name.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm telling you, even on his worst year, Aaron is better than most quarterbacks in the league. So, I mean,
I'm on Paul's side. I'm not. I'll put it like this. I would love to see a Lions win. I would love to see a Lions win.
And you
I
will.
would love to see them go.
Jeremy.
Wait a minute.
And you will.
Calm down. Fucking breathe, all right? Relax.
Calm down.
Would love to see it. But like fucking Paul has stated before, we're looking at a 2-piece combo here, and
I know we need a lot.
You can always get the chicken, but every now and then they may forget the biscuit every now and then too. So
you can get your chicken without sauce, man. I mean, fuck.
If Green Bay does win, obviously it'll be a little bit of a letdown. It'll be disappointing, but at the same point in time, compared to where we started at versus what we do now, it's still a winning year.
We're better than last year.
Yeah,
Tell you that.
well,
That's proven. That's proven.
Can I
been a
make
success.
one more statement here? I know everyone keeps saying it's not SOL, it's not same old Lions, right? I wanted to just challenge that because, again, this is year 2 with Dan Campbell. Mm-hmm. If they build off of what they did this year going into the next year, then yes, I'll give you that. It's not SOL. It's not same old Lions. But if we do really well second half of this season and the beginning of next season looks like the exact same thing we saw last year, SOL.
We can't keep starting 1-6.
Right, for real.
Yes, that didn't help. That really didn't help. Now that's got us in the situation where we are.
And most of those
games,
most of those games were within the score.
Yeah.
So,
all right, I'm gonna move on here. I know Jeremy has the Miami Dolphins coaching staff firing. You guys want to get into that? Or you want to get into the Hall of Fame?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I mean,
right.
it's just a rumor that they.
It's a
might
rumor
get
Miami
fired.
Dolphins gonna fire Mike McDaniel after his first season.
I doubt it.
Quite honestly, I don't really care. It could go either way. I could see them firing because of how you started off great, didn't adjust. You potentially lose yourself out of the playoffs at the last second, and then the handling of the Tua Tagovailoa situation.
Do you want me to pull up the finalists?
Yeah, please. Yeah, let's
Actually,
get into.
I have them actually.
All right,
Oh, you
cool.
got them? All right.
Someone's on it.
Yeah.
So, NFL Hall of Fame finalist. As we continue to talk about our Detroit Lions here, we have a good one here. Oh no, that's something else, right?
What?
Calvin Johnson.
No, he's actually not on this list.
Calvin?
No, he's not on this list.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
I'm sorry. What was the thing that there was a video going around
Mm.
of him being greeted at the door by the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
I don't know.
Unless that was a long time.
That might have
That's
been
probably, probably the video of him getting
Accepted?
announced that he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, maybe that's
Yeah,
right.
the guy, I think his name, I forgot his name. He wears a red coat, walks around, he goes to every
okay.
He goes to every player's door and says, "You're in the Hall of Fame."
Don't mind me. Leave me the fuck alone.
But yeah,
Saw a video. I thought it was new. I was like, oh, Calvin's going to the Hall of Fame. You guys tell me he's already been there. Fuck.
But yeah, there's 3 big names that highlight this list. So of course, Dwight Freeney.
They signed off on it.
Yeah, they signed off on
They
the
gotta
lease
pay a purchase option price. They want to get in
to get their bus, in the Hall of Fame.
$2,000 down payment.
Yeah.
Now the whole list though is actually fucking stacked.
Yeah, the list is
Read
actually
the
stacked.
list.
So Dwight Freeney, cornerback Darrelle Revis, Joe Thomas. You got Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Rondé Barber, Devin Hester, Torrey Holt, Andre Johnson, Albert Lewis, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware, Reggie Wayne, Patrick Willis, and Darren Woodson.
Damn.
I see 4 or 5 players right there off rip going in. Joe Thomas for sure.
Yeah, you got it.
Even though he's on Cleveland, but it's not his fault.
I think DeMarcus Ware may get in.
I'm saying DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah. Darrell Revis for sure.
Revis Island.
Torrey Holt.
Because of the greatest show on turf.
Yeah.
Show on turf.
I want to put Rondé in there, but then again, it's like Rondé. I don't know.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Not Jared Allen. God, there was someone else. Who else did you?
Willie Anderson, Dwight Freeney.
Maybe.
Devin Hester,
because his kick returns and punt returns. He has the most in NFL history.
Yeah, Andre Johnson. I can't see that. Oh,
Andre got a bad shtick because he's on the Texans. It's not his fault too.
It's not his fault.
I mean, look at the quarterbacks he had throwing to him in his career. Look at who he's had, and he's made a career out of it, though.
I was gonna say that's kind of why you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like, dog, you had some trash ass.
But he hasn't won shit. He hasn't won any playoff. Yeah, so like I said, I see like at least 5 people going in from that list.
Yeah,
it's not a bad list.
No,
it's a good list. All right, let's move on here. So we got to talk about your guys' terrible takes here from last week.
It's Jeremy. It wasn't me. Listen,
right, so we
had State. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, State.
Yeah, the last time you guys were in, did you guys get your ass kicked 38-0?
Hey, last time we were in, it was the first college football playoff. So
the first and
first.
have not been back.
The first and only
First.
you're gonna have in your
How many
history.
have there been?
how many times have you guys lost a bowl game?
How many times have y'all been in the national championship playoff?
How many times have y'all lost a bowl game?
How many players got suspended from fucking brawling in the tunnel?
Hey, that was a fight of the year. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so we had our New Year's Eve game for college football championship playoffs, and
Playoffs.
dog for real. Now that's where that quote comes into play.
Right.
Playoffs. All right, so we had TCU, Texas Christian University versus University of Michigan.
Hypnotones.
You guys,
Listen, my take
No,
though,
no, no.
I did say that they are a good team. We shouldn't underestimate them.
but the way how y'all were talking when I was going through last
It's
week's
gonna be a
episode,
wash. Yeah, I know.
yeah, y'all were making it sound
No.
like Michigan, like, oh, they may have a fight, but Michigan will come out on top. Michigan will come out top.
They should have.
Dog,
I mean, in the second half though, we did.
TCU came out in the beginning half.
They spanked
And
And
exposed.
they
it.
took
Listen,
y'all, and they
okay.
took y'all to pound. They took
Let
us.
me
Let not
say
y'all.
the
They
refs
took us to
fucked
pound
us.
town.
The refs
They
fucked us.
Oh,
That first
here we
touchdown.
go.
That first, no, you can't tell me that first touchdown was not a touchdown.
The ref screwed you.
I would say
Okay, they don't know what a catch is anymore, apparently. So when he was falling into the end zone, he was still juggling it, and then when he crossed the plane of the goal line is when he had secured the ball. But they called that a catch when he was juggling it. So they don't know what a catch is anymore.
Okay, I give you that, but what about the 2 pick sixes that they ran back from your boy JJ? That didn't help you either.
Well, the fumble at the goal line after the 1
Or
yard
the
line.
fumble,
after
yeah.
that shit call fucked us too. And then when they misspotted before the fucking failed end zone catch, they spotted the ball 2 yards short of where it should be, so that it would have already been a touchdown. They fucked us.
And then your boy Harbaugh wanted to get cute at the goal line. Let's give it to the fullback.
Fucking
No,
Philly special.
running back.
No, that Philly special was stupid too. And the first one they did.
Also, can all NFL teams and all college teams stop doing this Philly special?
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Just leave it alone.
It worked
It's a
one time.
Listen,
one time.
I think
one
what
time.
happened
Then Tom Brady
was
tried
we
to do it and fucked
underestimated
everything up.
TCU's defense. Their defense was fucking pretty good. But in the second half, we did what Michigan does, but we just didn't capitalize. That one touchdown fucked us. We would have won with that touchdown.
do you think you honestly would have won, or do you think it would have been a little bit closer of a game?
It would have been at least a tie or overtime game. I think
I think they at least made it to overtime.
it would have been overtime. You can't tell me that wasn't a catch in the end zone.
You
What
at
I will
least made
tell
it to
you is
overtime.
this: when I watched the replay, and again, I'm a Michigan guy. I'll tell you that every time. I'm a Michigan guy. From my perspective of when I looked at it, it did look like when he finally did have possession of the ball, his knee was down, like just short of the goal line.
You can't tell me in the speed of the game that you can't. Not 10 times out of 10 they don't call that a touchdown. Don't even review it. They don't have to review it. 10 times out of 10.
There's a lot of things that should get reviewed in many sports, but we'll talk about that in a little bit here too.
I don't know. They got fucked.
I don't think they got fucked. I think what happened is the momentum of having that touchdown reversed killed their momentum, at least in the first half.
What actually killed it was that fumble. The fumble at the goal line. That's what actually killed it.
No, what really killed it is that you wanted to run the ball 40 times a game like you did all season and thought that was going to smooth everything out and get you this win. No.
Can I just say this? Jim Harbaugh, we got to be better at learning who our opponent is.
Yeah.
You're playing Texas. Yeah. Them boys live down there. Y'all know what they say about Texas.
And listen,
everything is bigger in Texas.
I'm not dogging the Big 12. The only good Big 12 team I've seen so far has been Oklahoma, but they're going to go to the SEC next. I think in 2024 they're going to SEC.
I think I've heard something
with
like that.
Texas. I think Texas and Oklahoma, but TCU came out of nowhere this year. Okay, they weren't expecting
unranked.
I think we made a mistake of underestimating them.
I think us as Michigan,
they were top ranked. I think they're like top 5 in the country in defense.
Listen, I think us as Michigan players, or not Michigan players, Michigan fans, I should say, we tend to do that quite a bit.
Oh, dude,
we tend to do that shit quite a bit.
Look at what we did with.
We got this.
Look at what we did with Illinois. Look at Illinois. We fucking squeezed by that game. We barely
talk all
won
that
that
shit.
game.
And this is what it sounds. This is what happens at the.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, fucking TCU smacked us in the mouth right off the gate. Yeah. And we weren't prepared for it. They smacked us.
Not at all. That's when I was watching.
That threw us off our game. I think that's what fucked.
When I was watching, I was like, oh, it should be close, right? I looked down at one point. I said 21-6. Like, God.
And then did you sidebar?
Can you do something for me?
Sidebar. Did you see JJ McCarthy's creeper dad fucking being a creep?
I did see that.
I saw this shit.
Like,
good play, man.
Creep,
good
motherfucker.
I can't tell my son's ass, so I'll tell you. Good game.
It's a good play.
Good game, future daughter-in-law.
It's a creeper shit.
My question is JJ going to say something to his dad? Like, because you know that video got to him somehow.
Why wouldn't she say something to him? Why wouldn't she? Probably felt that. She had to have felt that.
Listen.
There's no way.
If anything, what are you going to say as the dad? Oh, yeah, sorry, I brushed against you on accident.
Grazed your ass.
My hand slipped. My hand slipped. I was trying to reach from a beer.
My hand grazed up and down your ass on purpose? Like
it wasn't really up and down. It was more like a quick little side.
Oh, looked like a credit card swipe to me.
Trying to cash in on something, but all right. Well, speaking of that, here, let's kind of talk about this here as well. Also,
wait, question for you guys: if you would have won that game, do you seriously think you could have beat Georgia?
No, I know we wouldn't have. No. But the fact that we would have went to the championship.
But your guys' take was you guys would rather have seen. Oh no, you guys wanted to see Georgia and not play OSU again.
No, I would have much rather played Ohio State.
I agree. If you're talking about championship level, if you both make it, yes, go to.
I didn't want that game again. They can't be 2 of the games. They can't be. It was only one game. I don't want another one. But
like how to beat Ohio State.
But let me change.
It's different in the playoffs.
It's
playoffs.
Playoffs are always different.
Yeah.
Shut the playoffs are always different. But at the same point in time, too, I think if you're much of a college fan as you believe some people are, everyone's talking about you're tired of seeing the SEC dominate college football, right? If you have 2 Big Ten teams going to the championship, it takes the spotlight away from the SEC. You kind of want to see that as a Michigan fan. Like, as much as you don't want to play Ohio State to a certain degree, you kind of want to see it because you want your conference to shine and be like, hey, the best 2 teams in the playoff this year came from one conference.
Well, I think
right?
this is the first year the SEC only had 1 team in the playoffs.
God.
Yeah.
It's usually Alabama, Georgia, or
LSU.
Or LSU. Well,
LSU's been kind of hit or miss with it, but
Alabama
ACC,
was lurking,
there's no
though.
ACC teams either. Clemson wasn't in.
Yeah, but I mean, to a certain degree, and even with that being said, too, I think you still want to see it because, again, you say you don't want to see the second game, but sometimes think about it, though, man. In football, especially in college football, you play the same team once a year. How nice would it be to kind of see a rematch especially from a close game, or not a close game, what started off as a somewhat close game, then turned into a solidified ass whooping.
I didn't want to see. I didn't want to see a second game because I knew we were going to lose.
Oh God! So you just don't believe Michigan can get it done when it counts, then?
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Well, it's a proven.
We haven't
fact
won.
as
We haven't
well.
won a bowl game in like almost 10 years.
1-7.
Yeah.
Goddamn. And I
mean, then again,
I keep
we've had
getting
Harbaugh for how long? 5 years?
6.
Didn't he re-up his contract?
No, he said he's coming back next year. That there's no NFL teams.
Yeah, okay. Okay. After this investigation, you might not
I mean,
want
then again,
what's the new show that they have on Fox right now? The Carton show, I believe. Some new guy, Carton, whatever. I don't know. It's a newer show that they have. But anyways, this guy was talking about, if I'm the New York Jets, he's like, although I paid Robert Saleh already, I would go get Jim Harbaugh.
That's
for the
stupid.
Jets. I'm like,
That's
no,
stupid.
that guy, Robert Saleh, has done a great job in New York. Let that man coach.
And I don't think
the rumors were Jim Harbaugh was allegedly tied to Carolina. I don't think that's true.
I think Jim would want to go to a fucking like a established winning team that already has a good roster and around it. Not a
Colts.
I can see the Colts.
That's been a rumor, like a small rumor, but
probably because he played there too. So
who knows at this point in time.
But yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
All right, so let's talk about the other thing that's making the news here as well. Also, Jim Harbaugh and the University of Michigan are about to get some infraction. Yeah, they're going through an investigation right now. This is coming from the Detroit Free Press here. So the Michigan Athletic Director Ward Manuel confirms NCAA notice of allegations against the football program. So I'm going to kind of read here what they got here, just to kind of give you an explanation as to what they have. So there's 2, as of right now, infractions that they're looking at. The Free Press has confirmed through a source late Thursday night that the NCAA will levy level 2 violations, those deemed quote unquote more than a minimal but less than a substantial or extensive recruiting, a competitive or other advantage, according to a description adopted in 2019 against the program. And then the other one is going to be against Jim Harbaugh, which the source was, I don't care about the anonymity part of it. Jim Harbaugh with a level 1 violation, a quote unquote severe breach of conduct that seriously undermined or threatened the integrity of college sports per the guidelines. So that's kind of what they're looking at here. Again, we have yet to see exactly what's happening.
It was based on the
it's all recruiting based at this
about
point.
the COVID year though.
Yeah,
during COVID year. Yeah.
Yep. So we don't know exactly what any of that means as of yet. We'll find out as more details.
I'm just gonna find him. Fucking slap him.
I do know one of the violations. He bought one of the recruits a burger at some restaurant. They found a receipt apparently.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is this like the fucking like kind of like Reggie
I can't
Bush?
buy a recruit dinner?
Nope. NCAA violations.
So you can't just do a nice thing about it.
Because you're bribing him.
Yeah, technically.
Essentially.
Yep.
Like that kid's gonna really care that you paid $5 for his McDonald's fucking.
What
burger.
if it was like a bomb ass burger? He's like, all right, maybe I want to go to Michigan because he get more bomb ass burgers.
Maybe he can steal
That
some
sounds
crab
like a
legs.
fat kid answer, you know? I ain't gonna lie. Why you want to go to Michigan? I didn't know
they got
shit
some
about the
fire
program, but
burgers.
that burger I had though.
That burger in Ann Arbor, that one restaurant was bomb.
That's on
That
fire.
burger I
Burger.
had, that shit.
Fucking Zingerman's, dude.
That shit's clutch. So I don't know. What do you guys think about potential violations?
As long as
It's
not
so
no
weird how
fucking-
this just came out all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I make a comment though? I feel like you're not doing your job unless you get some type of investigation. Like,
Look
think
at that.
about all
Look at
the-
fucking Nick Saban.
I was just about to say all the
Look at
shit
Nick
Nick Saban's been through. So how many violations and investigation? We gotta check him. We gotta do this, do that. And Nick Saban's like, 7 of these bitches keep coming.
I think too. Look at fucking Dion. I don't think something's gonna come out with Dion about recruiting. There's no way he's getting.
I don't think so. Not Deion.
I don't think Dion will get it because now that the transfer portal is as big of a thing as it is, I don't think you'll get anything like that. Because what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, he bribed me to come. Well, you jumped to the transfer portal before I could get you to come here, anyways.
Well, now and it's different too with the NIL, so it's just kind of
I'm
like
waiting for
you know,
Colorado just to fucking suck ass this year.
I don't think their first year will be great.
No,
It's not gonna be terrible either. At the same time, though.
I think it's gonna be an immediate turnaround.
Not an immediate, but
No.
I mean, you'll go at least
Because the
above
thing is,
500.
and here's the whole thing. People are gonna jump into the transfer portal. I don't know why I can't fucking say the word. Transfer portal and
Portal.
and you're gonna have a meshing of different people, right? As to where Colorado already had recruits. All right, this was our head coach for a while. He recruited these people. Now you got Dion, who's bringing in his own people.
Well, he's bringing in damn near half of Jackson State.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason why I think they'll do fairly well. But for the people who are still staying at Colorado with the aspiration of being on the team, you have to implement those people who have been there.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an overnight success. Do I think they'll have a fairly decent success rate? Yeah, I think so. But at the same point in time, I don't think it's anything.
I'm also thinking, I don't think in 3 years, we'll say 3 years. Okay, in year 3, I don't think he's going to be no national championship contender.
No,
I don't think so.
no. I mean,
Because by year 3, that's when you have all your people you want, all the people you recruited, everybody's.
I don't know about. I think he could be in the hunt for a playoff run.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Is what conference are they in? No, not Big 12.
They're not big.
Are they Big 12?
I think. I could be wrong. We can fact check later, but whatever conference they're in, I don't think they have that much hard competition. Depending on where we're verifying.
Well, if they're in Big 12, once Oklahoma and Texas leave, then who the fuck? TCU?
Potentially.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look here and see what else we got. All right, what is this one?
Pac-12. What?
Pac-12?
Oh, they're in Pac-12.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have no one now because USC and the UCLA are coming to us.
Yeah, they're going to Big
2024.
Yep. All right. Who has the Andrea Anthony moves the transfer portal?
Andrea Anthony. Yeah.
You put Andrea.
Oh, well, autocorrect. Autocorrect. It doesn't.
Andreal.
It doesn't understand Andrell, but yeah.
Who is Andrew Anthony?
He's your sophomore wide receiver from Michigan.
He's coming to Michigan, or he's going?
No,
leaving.
he's leaving Michigan after this year. I think he only had one catch, if I'm not mistaken.
So we're not gonna miss him.
I mean, he was a top wide receiver. He wears the number 1, which is a honorable number at Michigan. Like, not all receivers
Ronnie
get a
Bell's
chance to
leaving for
wear
NFL.
number
Fucker.
1.
Who is?
Ronnie Bell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's us.
So, hopping in the transfer
I think Corum
portal.
is too.
All right.
I think he has like 15 offers right now. One of them from Michigan State as well. His hometown.
They're not gonna
The
go
East
nowhere.
Lansing.
What are they gonna do?
All right. Do we want to preview TCU and Georgia?
Yeah, why not?
All right. TCU and Georgia. So obviously Georgia beat Ohio State, which that was a close game as well.
Is
also.
the game
Monday.
This Monday, yes. This
Monday? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always after
Yeah,
the New Year. So obviously you got Georgia number 1 and TCU at number 4. Ohio State did give Georgia a run for their money for a little bit, so they were able to kind of hang in there.
But
But
TCU's 3. Sorry.
no, because Michigan was 3.
4 is Ohio State.
I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, thank you for
Yeah, but
autocorrect. Thank you for the correction.
Yes.
But yeah, so you have Georgia and TCU. Georgia, yes, beat Ohio State. Very close
Barely.
game, but as Jeremy said, come the strike of midnight, Ohio State's fucking field goal didn't count. So that's how Georgia was able to. Yeah, because they only won by 8 points, if I'm not mistaken, right?
yeah,
I think it was 2. Like, 2
a
points.
point or 2.
Yeah.
It was a very small margin.
It's a very, very small margin.
So now you have Georgia and TCU going to the championship game. Gentlemen, let's just call it what it is. Who we going with?
It's gonna be a wash. Dude, Georgia's gonna kill him.
You think Georgia's going to do it?
They're gonna show.
Don't
it.
underestimate TCU.
No.
Listen, no.
Don't underestimate TCU.
Georgia's
sir.
gonna
No
show you how to
talk.
fucking beat TCU. They're gonna fucking mollywop them. I'm telling you.
Well, a lot of people thought Georgia was going to mollywop Ohio State, but Ohio State hung around. So.
Ohio State has a good offense. That's the only reason. TCU does not have a good offense as caliber as Ohio State.
But the defense is as well.
Okay.
I think
not bad.
Georgia's
Georgia's used to
defense.
It's not
defense. Look at
bad.
Alabama. They're used to defense.
True. Yeah.
They killed Alabama twice.
So you say Georgia.
Oh yeah, by a large margin.
I'm saying Georgia as well, but closer margin. I think this game will be a lot closer
Don't
than
have
we
another
think.
bad fucking take here.
I think it'll be a lot closer than we think.
49-13 Georgia.
Like, the spread is already favoring
49,
Georgia.
13. That's an ass whooping.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Jesus Christ.
They're going back to back. There's going to be 49-14. Sorry, not 13, 14.
Spread
Either
already
way.
I'll give it to
favors
Georgia.
Georgia, what, 13.5, 14 points? Like,
I'm telling you.
Damn, all right,
I
I'll take the
don't know.
49, but shit.
Georgia's defense is just as good, if not better, than TCU's.
Damn, give me a little bit of
Nope.
of grace here.
It's going to
Shit.
kill them.
Give me 21 at least. Fuck.
Stetson Bennett is that
49-21.
Listen, Stetson Bennett's like 30 years old, so he's gonna fucking kill him.
Is that the one who you guys are talking about? The guy who's on his 9th year eligibility?
No, that's the dude from Oregon.
Oregon, okay.
He's a tight end from Oregon. Yeah, that's crazy too.
That's nuts, dog. 9 years. At some
But
point,
so
at some point, that's how you get the fuck out.
his first year was like 2014, 20.
Yeah, I heard the stats last week.
Yeah, motherfucker was redshirted. They need every year after that injured.
9 year eligibility.
So he's playing until like 2026 or 25.
I'll tell you what, if I'm
My man just loved college. That's all that is.
He's like Van Wilder.
I was about to say modern day Van Wilder.
I'm never leaving.
You know what sidebar about Van Wilder?
Oh God.
You know that's based off Bert Kreischer?
No.
What?
Yeah. Bert Kreischer was 7 years in fucking, I think he went to Florida or Miami, one of the two.
One of those schools.
Yeah. And he was a 7-year college student and all he did was party. And that Van Wilder, Ryan Reynolds had to get permission from Bert Kreischer to fucking
that's
loosely
nuts.
base it off Bert Kreischer. I'm like, what?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
That's hilarious. Van Wilder's a classic. For those who have not seen Van Wilder, go
Dude.
look it up.
Sleeping on it.
Pretty much like one of the movies that made
Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, for sure. So, all right, gentlemen, we got some basketball news here. If we want to keep going
Basketball.
into these things, basketball.
Luka
University of what is it, Texas?
Oh yeah, UT.
Yeah, they fired their head coach
Yep.
after he's facing federal domestic charges.
After
So,
strangling bitches.
Strangling hoes. On the federal level. Strangling bitches at the federal level.
this is why we can't get endorsements anywhere, Jeremy. This is why we can't fucking get
We don't
paid for doing
condone strangling bitches on this.
why no one will ever pick this up. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the head coach has been. That was what, his first year?
Something like that.
Second year. Second
year,
season.
Yeah,
Yep.
second season with Texas. I can't even talk now.
We don't condone bitches.
But anyways, yeah, I might as if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna egg it on just a little bit here.
Right.
So, thoughts on that, guys, about Texas?
Bye. It's fucking.
I mean,
Watch your mouth.
I knew it was gonna happen. I told them before. Like,
What do you mean you know it was
you got
gonna
inside
happen?
information on bitches?
Paul, shut up. Why am I the only one who's a professional here at this?
I knew it was gonna happen. They offer him an option.
Excuse me, I forgot to do this earlier. For those watching, the views and opinions of this show do not reflect the sport, not reflect the ideals of myself personally.
Right.
They gave him the option to resign. He said no, and then eventually they just came around and was like, "No, you're out, bro."
So I guess I
Can't
heard.
be walking around strangling people.
Listen, man, you know we know you're in trouble, but you know, do you want to just walk out? No,
Nah, bro.
no, man, I ain't do it.
You give me how much money?
Can you imagine?
I mean,
what
he
can you
left a
imagine
lot
what
of money
his
on the
answer
table,
was,
though.
Like,
Right.
I don't. All right, first and foremost, let me make this clear. We're not here to joke about domestic violence or anything along those lines.
No.
What I'm going to joke about is the potential responses. Like, can you imagine? Like you said, they asked him if you wanted to sit down. He said no. What? How? You know you did it. You know you did it.
We have pictures of you in jail.
Right.
There
We
are
know you did
bruises
it.
on your wife.
What are you gonna say? You're gonna do like everyone else? That's not me. I wasn't there. Sir, is this your address? Yes, it is. Like, is this your wife? Sure is. But I didn't do it.
Reminds me
Is
of
that your
the
palm on
movie
her
Role
neck?
Models. Remember in Role Models when the guy was like,
moving so long.
he was on. He's like, you were on camera doing what you're supposed to be. No, that wasn't me. You stated your name while doing the crime. No, it wasn't.
I got you on camera for stealing boxes. Oh, that wasn't me.
Craig.
Yeah, he gave up $35 million.
35 million.
Yep.
Holy shit.
$35 million. He had 2 cars.
Was he a good
that
coach or
using.
something?
Yeah, I guess he was pretty good. Texas was pretty good this year, actually.
I don't follow college basketball at all. So.
He got to use a personal jet as well. But yeah, gave up
I'm looking
$35
at your
million.
guys' topics here, and we get to hockey, and I want to talk about the first thing you guys put in hockey, but I want to finish talking NBA here, or basketball. So, unfortunately, you know, the same night that I won't say unfortunately. What's unfortunate about the same night of the Monday Night Football game when Hamlin went down, Donovan Mitchell went off.
Popped. Oh.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell went off, and unfortunately, but understandably, that highlight was kind of brushed under the rug for the right reasons. But Donovan Mitchell went off for a 71 point performance.
Did they win that game?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah, they did. No, because that's what was it. I think a couple weeks ago or about a month ago, the other guy, Darius Garland, put up a 50-point game, but unfortunately they lost, so it didn't get highlighted like that. But Donovan Mitchell, Doug, I don't know what happened to Donovan Mitchell, but coming to Cleveland has been like the best thing for his career since like his big All-Star break, because he has put that team on his back and has literally carried that team the entire way. Don't get me wrong; they have a great organization as a whole. Darius Garland at the other end of the backcourt, and then you still have again Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Karis LeVert as well. Also, Kevin Love is still on the team too. Shockingly, everyone from that Cleveland championship left except Kevin Love was like, "No, I kind of like it here.
I was still playing.
Kind of like it here." But
we winning. All right, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
I'll play 5 minutes.
Donovan Mitchell's out there.
5 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. When you look back at that Utah team and said who was the better player,
Mm.
Donovan Mitchell.
Mm.
And a lot of us knew it, but a lot of people thought because Donovan Mitchell didn't have any accolades other than an All-Star, Rudy Gobert had won Defensive Player of the Year multiple years. Dog.
Whatever.
No one is scared of Rudy Gobert.
Nope.
7'3", and people are not afraid to dunk on him. Yet you're Defensive Player of the Year for multiple years. I don't understand.
Is he back to back?
Yes.
Yes, he is one of the few back-to-back guys. I don't get it. I don't understand. But Donovan Mitchell has been doing this thing out in Cleveland. I know even LeBron James tweeted at that point in time when he saw the 71-point performance, like pretty much told Donovan Mitchell to do his thing. Yeah, don't sleep on Cleveland. That's all I'm going to tell you guys.
LeBron's going to come back to Cleveland for Donovan.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Do we want to talk Lakers even though Evan's not here?
What's there to talk about?
Yeah, what is there
Well,
to talk about, really?
They are on a 3-game winning streak, I think.
Anthony Davis is made of glass.
We've known this for quite some time.
Yes.
Do you think LeBron messed up by signing that contract where they can't trade him? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's the highest paid 38-year-old man.
That's the only reason why he did this.
Yeah, I know that much. I obviously know that much. Oh yeah, I can make $100 million in 2 years.
It's not going to stay to win another championship because they're not going to win another championship.
Okay, they can't trade him, quote unquote, right? I don't even know if he can.
Isn't it a player option?
I think after this year,
yeah, I think it is in the player option.
So you can leave.
But
You can leave whenever you want.
No, what I'm saying is, according to the contract that he signed, Lakers could have traded him regardless, right? With the contract that he signed, they cannot trade him now. Like he either has to, I think he has to have a trade clause waived, or they just can't trade him.
I go talk to Genie. All right, Genie, let me pipe you down real quick. Let me go where I want to go, and then fucking come on.
Crazy thing too. A couple weeks ago, not anytime recently, about 3 weeks ago now, I had COVID, so I was at home stuck at the house and catching up on TV shows. I finally watched that whole Lakers documentary thing.
Oh, you
so
did.
Good.
It's a good show, but I'm gonna tell you right now what no one wants to talk about. Lakers got a fucked up family business history. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
bro, the buses are fucking nuts.
Dog, they're all like they all try to keep it quote unquote family business, but other than I think Genie and I think the other brother who did the Spark, who was running the Sparks, the rest of them don't know shit about the business of the league.
Like Jimmy?
I think Jimmy was the other brother, yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy and then the other fucking dude's name. The shorter hair with the shorter hair?
Yeah, the one who had when he was at Sparks had the little fucking bolt in his lip.
Now
I'm like, dog, you're fucking 50. Take this shit out.
Jimmy is the one with the ponytail.
Okay, then
he doesn't know shit.
Yeah, he don't know nothing. He don't know
shit.
dick. Yeah. He don't know dick about the business. He thought he did.
His dad was like, here, have a team. Like, okay, what the fuck?
Yeah, he thought he did, but
must be nice to be that rich to give someone this team.
I know. Here, just run this team.
And then real quickly too, while we're here, we can talk before we officially move on from basketball, because I really want to see this thing you guys are talking about with hockey. We have some updates on the All-Star voting. I believe the first batch of All-Star voting has come in.
Yep.
The Browns winning.
You want me to read them off?
You have it?
Yeah,
please.
All right, so for the Western Conference on the front court, of course, LeBron is leading.
Give us top. You want to do top 5 or top 10?
I'll do top 5.
Top 5.
So front court, you got LeBron, the Joker, Anthony Davis is on this list. I don't know why.
I mean, before injury, I could see why he was on it.
You got Zion and Andrew Wiggins. For the guards on the West Coast, you got
Wiggins
Steph.
is back.
Yep, Steph, Luka, Ja, Shane Gillis-Alexander, and Klay Thompson.
Dude, that fucking West
Russ
squad,
is actually right underneath Klay.
that West squad is gonna kill these, dude.
Can I? The front. Give me the front court again. LeBron, Joker.
Yeah, LeBron, Joker, AD, Zion, and Andrew Wiggins.
First off, why the fuck is Wiggins in the top 5? There's no other forward they could find. Who's underneath Wiggins?
You got Paul George, Laurie Marketing, Draymond, Kawhi, and Kevin Looney. I know it's kind of.
I give up on
Hello?
everything. All right, give me the East.
East front court. You got Kevin Durant, Giannis, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, and Jimmy Butler.
Not too mad about that. I don't think Jimmy should be top 5. I haven't really seen a lot of Heat basketball this year, so I can't really say.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much either, so I don't know how he's.
And I know both times they
Tyler
played the
Hero?
Lakers. I think. Well, that's front court.
Oh, front court, yeah, that's right.
Tyler's gonna be back court. So
All right, so your guards for the East, you got Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Jaylen Brown, and Trae Young, rounding it out at 5.
I don't like none of other than
Kyrie, wow, Kyrie.
well, Kyrie's been doing pretty well since they got rid of Steve Nash.
All-star level?
I seen Kyrie
Like
fucking
all-star level?
I seen Kyrie do a
I don't know.
putback dunk. That shit was crazy. I said, "Wait, Kyrie did
Goddamn.
what?"
Goddamn.
Then he had to sit
Who
out
was
for
the
10
second
minutes. Donovan Mitchell.
That's the only guy I can see right now that's got a real valid excuse. Like James Harden has not been James Harden. Like that Philly trade, I don't care what anyone says. That Philly trade ruined James Harden. As much as he wanted to go there, that ain't the same guy.
Yeah.
No,
And I knew that going into the trade because again, like when he said, "Oh, I want to go to Philly," well, that's not going to be your team. That's going to be
Joel Embiid's team.
And then you also have the emergence of Tyrese Maxey out there as well. Also, yeah, dog, like you should have stuck. Your ass should have stood either. You should have either stood in either Brooklyn and worked it out, waited for this trade shit to happen, or stay in Houston and just go through the rebuild.
Are you shocked there's no Pistons players?
Not necessarily.
No.
I think if Cade was like still playing, he would have.
I don't think so.
No?
Pistons aren't in a good spot right now. At this point in time, it looks like
We're gonna win back.
we're hoping to get Wembanyama. Trust me, I'm gonna tell you right now. This draft, this fucking lottery shit that they're gonna have coming up, that is going to be the most watched lottery probably since the LeBron James one.
Yep.
That's going to be watched because a lot of people are gonna want to know how are the percentages really gonna play out. Because the NBA already came out and said, don't even think about tanking for this kid. They already came out and said, y'all are still going to have to compete. If we think you're like legitimately just tanking, we're going to move your chance.
Do you think the Pistons are legit tanking?
We're smartly tanking.
That part.
We're smartly
Only
tanking.
like 9 wins, 10
As
wins.
of right now, I think the last
10
time
or
I checked, they're
11?
like, no. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, they
It's
were
like
9, but
11
they
and
did
30?
beat Golden State. So they are at about 10 games.
10 and what? 23 or
Shit,
25
10
or
and
something.
30, I think. Some shit like
I think you're right, 10 and 30 or 11 and 30, something like that.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
ain't-
kinda
it ain't
bad.
good.
Yeah, it's bad.
I think actually
It is bad.
because I got the standings right here. Pistons as of right now are 11 and 31. This was posted 3 hours ago from NBA. So
Jesus.
they are the worst team in, I believe the not the NBA.
Houston.
Houston's worse, but
Yep,
they got
Houston's worse?
Houston is 10 and 29.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's not looking too good. All right. I need to discuss this with you because as I'm going through the topics list, I need to know. We're looking at hockey here.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell is Blake Wheeler?
Oh, yeah.
And someone explain to me what busted a nut
Yeah.
means.
So, here, I got the...
Oh my
Paul, because I looked this up.
Yep.
I'm like, who is this person? I thought he was a country singer at first, and I'm like, why are you throwing in country topics?
hockey.
So, Blake Wheeler, he plays for the Winnipeg Jets.
Okay.
He was struck by a puck in his groin, and he played through a ruptured testicle. Played through a ruptured testicle.
All right,
Nope,
we can
nope,
change.
nope.
We can
Take
change.
me out. Take me out, coach. I'm done.
I'm crying. I'm
I'm
sorry.
done for the season.
I know he was peeing blood. All day
So,
long.
that,
Like, this reminds me of Jackass.
It's
Like,
just-
didn't this happen in Jackass?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
the
the,
movie-
Probably.
difference in Jackass,
They
though,
tried
they
to do
that
it.
on purpose. This guy's doing the
So-
sport he loves and just
This just
Wasn't
further
wearing a cup.
proves the fact that hockey players are the toughest motherfuckers alive.
no.
Yeah, just
they're
look
the
at
craziest
D-Mac. Like,
players.
shit.
Crazy tough.
He wasn't wearing a cup or anything. Like, what the hell?
I don't think in hockey you're coach to wear a cup. I could be wrong.
What do you mean, coach to wear a cup? I'm gonna wear a cup regardless.
Like, think of it this way, right? Football, like they tell you, put the cup on.
Yeah.
I played basketball like growing up as a kid. They never told me.
Okay, well, basketball I can see. But
that don't mean nothing. How many people get elbowed and shit and kneed in the dick?
Walk it off. Take a lap.
Imagine.
Take a lap. Walk it off.
So I don't know how.
No, take
a lap. Walk it off.
Yeah, you get hit there, hurl in pain, and take a lap. I tell you right now,
take a lap.
Your shit rubbing like that is not gonna help.
Just imagine how fast the puck came off the stick into.
Dog,
it's kind of like
rephrase that.
Rephrase.
Well, it's kind of like when baseball, when you get a bat off the bat, it comes off the bat like 100-something miles an hour.
Yeah.
So like, imagine how fast it is off the stick too.
All right, yeah. Let it hit it like just rub my nuts here for a second.
Make sure they're still there.
They're there. Don't worry, they're there. But all right, cool. There's that part.
Sticking with hockey.
Yeah. Do you want to do this? Yeah. What's the goalie? The Predators goalie?
Okay. Speaking of names you can't pronounce,
Oh.
try pronouncing that.
It's got like 6 U's in it.
Hold on.
4 I's.
First off, where's this guy from? Not the team.
Oh, I don't know where.
Yugoslavia.
Probably Europe.
Jose Saros.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
Is that right? Jose?
I think it's Juice or Juicy or something. I don't know.
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
Juice Saros?
Yeah, I know Saros is his last name.
Well, at least we got the last name down.
But
Juicy.
he made
Juicy Smollett.
So he made history, and he's the second goaltender in NHL history to have 64 saves.
Damn.
And win.
Okay.
And win.
And
Oh.
win. Yep. All right, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
It was just crazy.
That's what's up.
Shout out to the hockey players.
Y'all some tough people, man.
That's some tough and crazy individuals.
Busting nuts and shit and fucking.
You have to be careful with the term bust a nut. Like,
I mean, technically he busted a nut.
no, he didn't. But his nuts got busted. There's a difference.
How do you continue to play? Like, I don't get.
Right.
How much cocaine are you doing after or before these games that is just like, let's go?
I'm gonna tell you right now, straight up, I'd have drug tested him after that.
Bro.
I would have drug tested him after that. Be like,
You know
Doc,
you're at
how
Dan-
are you playing?
Looks like you have dangers of cocaine in your system. Is that normal? Yeah.
I'm testing for PEDs, marijuana, cocaine, whatever the hell else they may be doing.
Man.
Like, I just want to go back to the event when it happened. Like, did he crawl down in pain? Did he feel anything, or he was just like, all right, what's the next play? Let's go.
Just
kept skating.
Probably fucking bleeding down his leg and shit.
He just kept skating. Like, I'm
good.
good.
I know for sure. If it hasn't been fixed yet, he's still pissing blood,
Bro.
I'll
I'll be decommissioning for months after that, but bro, you're not getting me out anywhere.
Give me an ice pack. I'm just walking with an ice pack on my
Dog,
nuts.
I ain't doing shit for like a good 3 months.
I don't give a fuck how stupid I look walking down the street, wide leg like that, and be like, "What happened? I busted a nut."
Nut got busted.
Busted a nut. All right, we got some entertainment news here. This is first two are going to be mostly you guys, but I can chime in on a little bit of it. Jake Paul is officially leaving the sport of boxing and has signed an MMA contract.
PFL.
PFL?
Yeah,
PFL.
For a new division, I believe it's called.
Something like that.
Something like superstar or super heavyweight.
I
or super,
really hate it.
But he's in like it's a legit MMA thing, so he can't fight celebrities now and do exhibition matches. Actual like.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, the guy's created a lane for himself. I don't care what anyone says. You can talk
He
shit
needs
about.
to get humbled.
Yeah.
He needs to get humbled so bad.
But let me ask you this though: why?
I know, but you're gonna pay so much to see him get humble because you never know when that's gonna happen. So
wait,
he's smart at promoting all this
Let-
shit
let
that
me-
he does.
Let me stop you guys there. You guys say he needs to get humbled, right?
All the fights he's been in has been rigged.
Anderson Silva?
Can we
All the fuckers lean into his punches and knock him out. There's 3 different videos of them slowing down the ones against fucking what's the guy he boxed before Silva.
the second? I know the second one. I saw that one. where,
Motherfucker leaned into the knockout punch.
I don't.
I can't think of his
What's
name.
his name?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Though?
I was
Oh, Woodley?
yeah,
Yes,
Woodley.
yes,
Woodley,
Tyron
Woodley.
Woodley.
Yeah. Now that one I saw because there were a couple of them where like they kind of I think they showed Jake Paul where like he kind of gave him the cue with his glove like hey like it's time and that one I'll
Like
question.
people like to see the knockout punch and those kind of sparring exhibition.
Well, that's why
matches,
they're exhibition matches. Like you're not. But here's the thing, though, too. What I'll give you credit for that, or I'll give you your point for that, as far as like, hey, he needs to get humble, go with real fighters. Fine. What I won't do, as far as like saying getting humbled, because what people are overlooking is the fact that this kid, I won't even say this guy, he's about our age. He's going the distance with these guys. He's getting himself in shape. He's doing the things that has to do. Like, even if he does, let's say, a 6-round fight, most of those fights are going the 6 rounds.
The only Paul brother I give props to is Logan for doing against Mayweather.
But that's an exhibition fight, too.
But it's against fucking Floyd Mayweather. I'll give him that. That was his second boxing match? I think Logan has only done like 2 or 3.
Logan, yeah, I think he's only done about 2 or 3, and then he transitioned to the MMA thing. Or the WWE thing, yeah.
But, I mean, he fucking went the distance with fucking Floyd Mayweather and got some punches on him, too. So, I mean
yeah, but
I don't care. He's 50.
Are you really going to, like, do you really think Floyd Mayweather is going to take a loss to a Logan Paul?
Because it wasn't a loss.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
even if it was a quote-unquote fight.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, as much as I don't like the guy, Floyd Mayweather at 50 years old is still one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
That's why I give Logan more props.
Corner, he going to come out swinging.
And that's why I wasn't giving Jake props about the whole Silva fight, because Silva has been fucking injury prone and broken down since he retired. That's why he retired, is because of that.
Watch your mouth. No.
Yeah, I love me some Silva, but
I mean, what I just want to say is the fact that, and again, it's the fact that Jake Paul is going the distance with these guys that he's doing fights with. Like, again, Anderson Silva, yes, may not be prime Anderson Silva.
But Silva was a striker, so to put him in a boxing match is like, come on, dude.
It'll be an experience to see. I think it's something people will watch for sure. Like, you'll definitely want to see people.
Now imagine Silva in an MMA fight with Jake Paul, like not just a boxing match.
Well,
that would have been completely fucking different.
Well, isn't his contract for this new week like a mix of both boxing and MMA at the same time?
Well, MMA is like ground and everything, so it's everything.
He wants to fight Nate Diaz in both boxing and MMA.
Nate Diaz will fucking kill him,
but I don't think Nate is like even acknowledging him at all.
He shouldn't.
A lot of guys aren't acknowledging him because they think he's all talk.
Because all he's done is boxing. You can go so far in MMA with just striking. Conor McGregor proved that, but you got to have a ground game.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. So shout out to Jake Paul on your new contract. Anybody who's out here getting money, by all means, whether it's the right way, the wrong way, whatever the case may be. We'll talk about that later. WWE news. Speaking of Logan Paul earlier, Dirty Grandpa is trying to make a way back. Dirty Grandpa Vince McMahon is trying to make a way back to becoming the head of the WWE.
So he's on the board of directors.
But from what I also read from Complex, is his plan is to sell WWE.
Not sell completely, sell the rights to it, because Fox and USA, their media rights are come to a close at the end of this year. So he wants to come back to kind of head and negotiate the next deal wherever he's going to go to
next. Like Peacock.
That's what I'm thinking too. NBC,
because right now they're exclusively
their premium.
Their premium is exclusive Peacock.
Peacock, yeah.
But I think they might do like their TV maybe on NBC now. Who knows?
But so even if that's the case, that may not be a bad deal. Because think about it, instead of switching between 2 channels now, I have to go to watch USA on this day, I have to go to Fox on this day. Peacock, NBC takes the rights for both shows on both days. Only thing is, what potentially, depending on what they have, I don't know what NBC has live on like on a Monday night at 8-9 o'clock.
Nothing as much ratings as fucking wrestling gets.
Yeah, because this was their biggest year this past year.
Well, yeah, consider the fact of what they've done.
From what I read, he's not going to ruin the creative team that.
I don't think he should. I don't think he should.
No. He's just doing it on the board to do the whole company sale, but he's not interfering with what Triple H is doing.
Let me see if I can find that report real quick while you guys.
Thank God.
You guys don't mind.
I think I saw it on Bleacher Report. I don't know if it got Bleacher, but
I saw it on Complex News.
I honestly thought Vince was just going to stay back and just stay retired,
I think he's just doing it just to do this sale. but he's gonna leave everything that Triple H is doing alone.
It's just like that SpongeBob meme. I don't know if you guys seen it. How many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man? Just stay home.
Right.
It's just so weird because, like, I think both Stephanie and Paul are doing an amazing job right now with running the company as much as they can, creative side, and her being in the office as well. So there's really no need for you to just jump back into this role unless you just want to have something to do, you know?
Yeah, I can't find it right off the top.
And honestly, I think he's always been in the background while he's been retired, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So I think now he's just actually doing it for legally go about the sell of it.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with it if they do decide to move forward with that route. But, you know, I think where WWE is at right now, from the little bit I have seen as of recently, I think they just need to kind of leave it with the guys that are in charge now. Like,
it's way like the comparing
comparing the Vince era to the Hunt.
Well, me and Jamie weekly we just watched the Raw and the SmackDown, so Monday and Fridays. But comparing to when Vince was running, dude, it's like storylines are so much better. The more cleaner, the more to the point. They don't.
Yes.
It's the matches are kind of like all right, but they're way better than when they were.
Yeah.
And now Triple H has also brought back old wrestlers that shouldn't have been released that Vince didn't think was going to do anything. And Triple H is like, dude, I helped them come to here. I know why
I know why I brought them.
You built them up, and
he brought back Karrion Kross. He brought back Bray Wyatt. He brought back fucking like I think 2 or 3 other people in
Hit Row. I know was another group that they brought back. Yeah, I've seen some of the returns.
It's just like what Triple H is doing is very good, and I feel like with the sale, I don't want it to interfere.
Well, I think like Jeremy said, the sale would just be more or less for like the media and the network rights. Like, yo, who's gonna host the shows?
I still want to go back to fucking paying to see a fucking.
Oh no, I can't do that.
I don't think so, and I think that's.
Do you know how expensive UFC pay-per-views are?
$70, $80,
$80. Yeah.
I cannot. Well, the pay-per-views for WrestleMania and shit like that, and Royal Rumble used to be like $80 to $100.
Yeah, I remember paying $100 for 1 year. I think it was like WrestleMania 2000.
Got me fucked up.
When the last time I paid for a pay-per-view was the last Rock and Cena main event.
So that was
like 2013
WrestleMania Miami.
I think it was 2012 or 2013 was the last time I paid for a pay-per-view. It was $100 then.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, we got some more TV stuff here. Last of Us TV series comes out next Sunday, the 15th.
Yep.
I never played the game, but it does look like a good show.
Yeah.
So do you know anything about it at all?
I know it's post-apocalyptic.
Zombies.
Oh, okay.
Zombie stuff.
Oh, so The Walking Dead, just not. Ooh, The Walking Dead HBO style.
It's more as far as the game goes, it's more character driven, not just it just happens.
Well, that's how Walking Dead started off comic book wise. It started off as character development, and then all of a sudden, all people gave a shit about.
But it
zombies.
But it
Who's
doesn't
gonna die next.
It doesn't get into just because Walking Dead got into like the whole people versus people thing. Now this is just straight up like you're surviving. And you gotta it's the dude who plays Mando, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's the main character. Yeah,
the chick from Game of Thrones, the girl. She's gonna be
the daughter,
Allie.
I don't know.
Allie, something with an A. Yeah,
A-Town. No.
But with HBO doing it, I'm glad it's on HBO. They have more freedom.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. HBO is, in my opinion, HBO is the best streaming service out there.
And then from what the showrunner was saying, they're only strictly doing what the games have showed us.
Good.
They're not going any other adaptations past the game.
Good.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah, that's why when they say these things are like based off of the game, I always know there's going to be some type of changes in it as well. But for someone to really do stick to the script of what the game introduces or build off of the elements of the game, that's the best part for me about it. Is
so they got a lot of content to do because there's 2 games. So now, which means if they want to go that route, the second however they receive the first season, if there's a second season, that might focus on the second game, which is like a time jump, which is older version
or it
of the
could
girl.
kind of be like, hey, season 1 is based off the first half of the game. second season that they do it is based off the second half of the game, so it kind of builds up to some shit.
Just to see how they do, like the first couple episodes, see how many viewership.
I just know it's not going to be like how they did Resident Evil, where they don't even focus on anything part of the game at all, and it's
bro, that was fucking nuts. I was so
added a new fucking person
for no reason,
and it's made her a superhuman apparently, and it's like, what the fuck?
Just tried to make money off the name. That's all that was.
That's pretty much what that was. Let's see here, Gladiator movie.
Oh yeah.
Is that a sequel or something? Or
so the movie Gladiator?
Yeah, right.
So they're getting a sequel 22 fucking years later.
What?
So
why so late now?
This guy is going to be Paul Mescal.
What else has he played in?
I don't know.
He looks familiar though.
He is going to be the character name is Lucius, the son of Lucilia, Connie Nelson's character in the son of her. And the nephew of Joaquin Phoenix's character.
Oh, so he's the little boy grown up then. Yeah.
Now he's fully grown, yeah.
So what the fuck is the story about
Him.
then? No shit, Sherlock, but what is it about?
Oh, no, it doesn't say anything else about it. It just says he's going to star in it and that that's who he's playing. There's no details in the plot or anything like that. I don't think there's even a plot yet, probably. It's just got greenlit.
I don't know why. Gladiator as its own movie was great.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Rest in peace to my dad, but that was like one of my dad's favorite fucking movies. So
yeah,
I don't. There's some things in life you don't need a sequel to. Gladiator is one of them.
I think Ridley Scott just needs money.
Well, Ridley Scott is still trying to finish up this fucking long, highly anticipated Alien series because that's what the whole thing of Prometheus was. It was all supposed to be a prequel to like the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Then they started building off of that. The sequel off Prometheus, and it's like that's got nothing to do with the fucking aliens now. Like the first one was more of a prequel, an original prequel that was more linked to the Alien movie. And then when they did the second one, all you got at the very end was the new mutation of how the aliens came across. But as far as the storyline, if you go back and watch the original Aliens movie and then go back and watch the first Prometheus, that fits into the story the right way. The second one that they did was like, what the fuck, dude? I'm tired.
Are you gonna see this Gladiator sequel? If it comes out? Give it a watch.
Give me a trailer first.
For me, my basis goes off of trailers. Like I'll give you an example. You guys talked about, I think last week or one of the last times, the Indiana Jones movie. Yeah. I'm Indiana Jonesed out. I don't care. I'm
I don't
good.
want to see an 80-year-old Indiana Jones.
I don't need to see Harrison Ford put the fucking cowboy hat on and the whip. At the age of fucking 80, like afraid this man's gonna break a fucking.
Well, they're saying he might be the fucking replace Thunderbolt Ross.
He is.
Yeah.
It's already confirmed.
It's like I don't want to see an 80-year-old fucking new Red Hulk.
Well, it'd be CGI, so I mean, they'd be that ass.
What are they gonna de-age him?
Maybe. Well, no, you saw the trailer for you guys. Obviously saw the trailer. They do what they do in fucking goddamn Disney. Goddamn Disney. It's Disney's fault. Yes. All this shit for the older actors coming back still and hanging on by a thread is Disney's fault.
Look at Mark Hamill. Look at Mark Hamill and the Mandalorian de-aging.
No. Before that, you remember Tron Legacy? Jeff Bridges? That's where I first saw it from because I never watched the original Tron. My dad.
I never watched Tron. I just know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and Tron Legacy, they did Jeff Bridges' younger face digitally implied over his own. You could tell it was a little off a little bit, right? But that's the first time I saw it. And ever since then, I've seen all these older actors, like you said, Mark Hamill or somebody who has similar facial features, and most part I go, Disney fucked it up for everybody.
You want to know a funny, cool thing? So with the whole Mark Hamill thing, I
love these little tangents we go on.
I know, right?
So we're supposed to get out of here soon, but goddamn it!
So there was a deep fake that a YouTuber did and made it a better version of what the Mandalorian did. Mm-hmm. Disney saw that, hired the dude to do the second season of Mando for Luke, and made him do the acting, the de-aging. No, the de-aging. They made him do all that. Hired him based off what they saw.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that. I was like, yo, like the
deep
really
fake
looks like Mark Hamill's younger son.
No, the deep fake was better than what Disney did, and they saw that and they hired him. I'm like, fuck it, that's dope.
That's awesome. Again, shout out to Disney for certain things, but
everyone's de-aging now.
Yeah,
like, fucking A, dude.
de-age me when I'm fucking 60. Find a picture of me when I was fucking 30 or 25 and go that route. All right, and then a couple other little topics here. The Megan movie.
Fucking that movie looks creepy.
I'm not seeing it.
It looks so weird.
Too creepy for me.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you all right now. It's a modern, updated version of fucking Chucky.
I know, but Chucky was like, I can deal with Chucky. This is like,
as soon as I saw the trailer, I said, "Bro, this is Chucky."
It's literally like a weirder.
It's a technological advanced version of Chucky.
Yeah.
Instead of it being a doll,
it's exactly what it is.
It's a fucking. Yep. It's what was that stupid fucking thing like? You know, the little baby that you rock and everything. It's one of those things that moves in real life, but is trying to defend.
Cabbage Patch doll.
Some shit like that. Yeah, it's
it's creepy. She looks creepy as shit.
No, it does look creepy. I won't lie. Like, it does look creepy, but the storyline is just Chucky.
Chucky over again.
Technologically advanced Chucky. I'm good. When it comes out to whatever streaming services it comes on, let me know. I'll probably watch it there.
Oh, and did you see the trailer for the new Evil Dead movie?
I did see that.
It looks dope.
It looks good.
Yeah. Is it a prequel or is it a sequel?
I did not see that one. I saw
don't know.
The remake that they did, because I never watched any of the original Evil Deads. I know I'm a fucking movie guy and I haven't seen a bunch of shit. I never saw the original Evil Dead series, but from what I understand, people said that was more like horror and comedy put together.
Yeah.
When I saw the remake trailer that they did, that was straight like scary. When that little bitch came out from the floor, I was like, oh, hell no. I would step on the
bitch.
Fucking bitch. Your ass down there.
This one looks fucking dope though.
Does it look scary? Like just predominantly scary? Okay.
And plus it's Sam Raimi, so you can't go wrong.
Sam Raimi did the original series. I don't think Sam Raimi did the remake. I think he was an executive producer on it, but I don't think he directed it.
Side note, have you guys seen Kaleidoscope on Netflix?
I've heard of it.
I looked at the trailer yesterday. So my wife and I are going to probably start watching it. I haven't started anything yet. I know that's the show where you can technically watch it in any order.
If you look it up, there's a chronological order you can watch it in, and then there's an order that Netflix gives you. Watch it in Netflix way first, and then you watch it in chronological. That's what I've been reading.
Hearing.
Well, TikTok.
If you're gonna binge watch it, just watch it the way Netflix allows you to play it through all the way. It is really interesting. It's like you don't miss out on anything, but it all fits together at the end.
But it's all the same. No matter what order you watch it, it's the same story. Correct?
Yeah, it's the same story, and I think Netflix has it to where it ends on the white episode, which is the finale.
Yeah. So I can watch orange, I can watch green, and then switch it around.
You can watch it however you want to watch it.
You really can.
But
I'm just curious, like, where did the idea come from to put a show that doesn't have a particular order? Like, if the shows are all filmed the way how they're filmed, right? Mm-hmm. So if it all starts with Paul walking into a bank, and the first episode walks into Paul walking into the bank, and then it ends at Paul robbing the bank, right? I guess my question is, like, what difference does it make what order I watch it in? If they're all recorded in one way. Well,
it's a different, I guess they were saying it's a different way of viewing the story of how you watch it.
Because it takes place throughout like 24, 25 years
something like that
in time.
But
the whole story to go
through.
Like I
said, the Netflix version is how the writers want you to see it, but then there's a chronological way because it's all like an order of
for me, I'd rather watch it chronologically. Give me the story from how it's supposed to start, because that's the one thing I hate when movies, you get halfway through a movie and then, we got a flashback to 30 years ago. Dog, just tell me how the shit starts.
Because this show is based on a bank heist, so it's like So the green is
good.
like a 6 week before, a 2 week before the heist, 2 years after, 20 years after, some shit like that.
24 years before, something like that. It's actually slightly based off a true story of a storm that happened in New Orleans where all these bank bonds just somehow magically disappeared.
Funny. I'll take a look at it. I'm going to watch it.
Check it out.
Cardi B upset at grocery prices. I don't blame her. Bro, I went grocery shopping. I did a small grocery run the other day. I think I had like no more than 15 things. $70.
Jesus.
Dude, I did a pickup from Walmart yesterday. We had like, I think 20 to 25 items, $150.
Dog,
150.
Well, think about it. He got a kid now.
And it was like
formula and shit.
No, it wasn't even formula. It was just basic.
I'm telling, bro.
Well, I got a 16-year-old too, so
Eats like an
But
adult.
even so,
So you buying new
it
drawers.
was only 20. It was like 20 or so items though. $150.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like
I can't.
eggs,
Milk is like almost $5 a gallon.
eggs, a fucking pack of 18-count eggs, the bullshit Kroger brand, $5.
It's nuts.
Inflation
Meat
can go
prices
Where
is
did
up.
this
A
come
fiend
from?
of a big fiend of ground beef is damn near $20 almost.
Jesus.
It's like $15.
That's why you got to go to all those like cattleman places and stuff like that, and just buy in bulk and freeze that shit.
Yeah, but
for
it's,
later,
you
bro.
still end up paying relatively close to the same thing. I mean, yeah, you get more, but it's like
You need a deep freezer for that. I ain't got one of
Yeah.
those. I ain't got none of those chest freezers.
I got a fucking regular freezer. I throw that bitch in there,
Right.
and when I use it at that point in time. So.
Fucking even like if you want to get like a frozen pizza, like a DiGiorno, it's like $8 for that.
I actually did
Might as
pay
well-
$8 for a fucking DiGiorno pizza at Meyer.
And then some people will sit there and tell you that, oh, it's cheaper to eat out. Prices of eating out have
They're
gone
going up too, yeah.
Bro, my wife and I got salads from a place. Now, again, the salads that they give us are like bigger quantity sizes. The original price on them, I think, was like $13. They got a sign that they haven't even updated the menu. All salads are up $1 now. I'm like, God,
Yeah, because
damn.
and that's based off what everything else is going up now. So it's
I
like
said me and Jamie went out last night to Outback. Bill was
I
like
don't want to know.
$70.
For two?
2 people, yeah, $70. And,
Appetizer or no appetizer?
well,
The blooming onion?
we got the blooming onion.
oh, we gotta get it.
You gotta get a blooming onion. Blooming onion, I think I had. She
How
had
many drinks?
some. No drinks.
No drinks.
No drinks.
Water?
Well, I had a
Water's free.
water's
Oh, I know,
free.
but I'm just saying.
Water's free, but
it's
I
just-
had a Coke. Like I'm not
Okay,
gonna
okay.
fucking
Coke is like $3.
Yeah,
at a
Coke is
restaurant.
$3.50. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, for glass, not even for a fucking tall one.
And then like we both each had a meal, but it's
What
like
did you get? Steak?
I didn't get
Surf and
steak.
turf?
I got
Why he gotta get surf and
whatever
turf?
that
Why is he gotta get surf and turf?
see how
No, why does he have to get surf and turf? You answer the
I
fucking
mean,
question. Why does Jeremy have to have surf and turf? I don't like how you said that shit sometimes
It's,
don't like that.
that's
either.
what they offer at Outback, a surf and turf.
Be like, oh, did you get a steak? No, I didn't get. You got surf and turf, didn't you?
I can say you got fried chicken. That's what you're saying.
You get fried chicken? Oh my god!
He did it to help your cause.
At Outback. At fucking Outback. Are you
I didn't
serious?
know they offered fried chicken.
I didn't either. And I was just
The
there.
damn Aussies have been hip now.
it was like the blooming chicken, so whatever it is. So you know, like the
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
that,
I know,
that
up,
bloom-
no.
that
I know what
blooming
you're talking
fried
about.
chicken.
It's not fried chicken.
It is chicken. It's a chicken breast.
battered.
It's battered in the blooming onion seasoning or whatever.
He's like, I didn't get fried chicken.
Didn't get the chicken.
See, now my original surf and turf wasn't as bad
so
now,
bad.
is it?
I'm sorry, Paul.
Did you get Kool-Aid to drink?
Blue Kool-Aid.
They ain't have Kool-Aid. So. And you know my favorite one is red, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh, hell.
Shut up, Eric.
It's not grape? It's not grape?
about. No.
I tried. Tried to be professional, folks, but no.
Oh shit, it's grape soda.
No, according to Dave Chappelle, it's grape drink.
Grape drink.
You remember that from Harold and Kumar?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Ask me if you got another one.
And Jeremy, I know this is you, Jeremy. I know this last one is you.
What?
Sizzler's BBL.
Oh, you ain't see it?
I seen it.
I seen
Yeah.
it. Oh, I seen it.
Well, then you know.
If you
BBL's
don't know,
out
now
here.
you know.
Don't know.
BBL's out here, and
BBLs are BBL.
she's kind of been getting slack from some fans about changing the body image and everything like that. But she just said, "Hey, shit, I got
Chick wants
money.
to
I
BBL,
got
let
money.
her
I
get a
feel
BBL."
comfortable
She
this
had
way."
it before. She had it
Yeah.
before
The new album came
before the
out.
album
Right?
came out. Yeah, I thought that
People so mad about body image and shit. Look at Nicki Minaj. Her whole body is fake. Literally. Head to toe. Fake.
This water is great.
But hey, as long as she feels comfortable in her own skin, like that's the most important part. I mean,
You can't tell it's a BBL.
She said she
give her
felt like
that.
she wasn't pretty or happy with herself back in high school. She didn't go to prom, all of those stuff like that, and she changed her image now, and she likes who she is. So, respect.
And like I said, you can't tell it's a BBL. It looks natural.
God bless.
I mean, I can tell it's a BBL. That's an ass. That's I mean, you see it from the front, and then the side's like, all right, okay.
The side view, I think, is what got most people, because I remember seeing her when the first album came out, and I didn't remember it looking like that. Like,
something there different. Different. Hey, what's that right there? He's in the hump right there.
Compare these two images together.
This has been eating.
She eating good.
Come to find out, she ain't been eating. She been cheating.
Or just been doing some squats.
Oh man, great album though. By the way, too. A lot of emotional stuff on it, but great album. So, all right, Jones. Is there anything else we need to cover before we get the hell out of here, other than fucking borderline racial intensity? In here?
Are we going score predictions for Packers Lions or no?
Oh yeah, we have scores and shit to do. Let's do that. Let's do scores. Picks.
We didn't do picks last week.
No picks because it's the last.
Right. Well, let's do the one pick for Lions and Packers.
Lions and Packers.
Seattle and Rams. Let's do those two.
Damn.
Let's do those two.
Lions take this game 35-17.
Damn.
35-17.
Goff is just gonna go off, huh? Or is it all Jamal?
No, it's DeAndre. Jamal gets two rushing touchdowns, beats Barry Sanders' single season touchdown record.
Fucking doesn't deserve that shit. He's a goal line fucking player.
He gets 2 goal line touchdowns. Swift goes off on yards. Goff has a decent game.
34-28 Packers.
34-28. You said 35 what?
17.
God, I hate this part.
And then
Aiden gets
42-7 Seattle.
Damn. Now you're just being an asshole.
Hey.
Nah, I'll say 28-17 Seattle.
For me,
24-17 Rams.
Stafford's gonna pull out. Stafford? No, is Stafford playing?
I didn't even get my Lions picking yet.
Baker pulls us off.
So Stafford's not playing.
Stafford's not
out for the rest of the season.
Well, no, he said he's eligible to come back.
He is eligible to come back, but he's not gonna.
He's not going to.
No.
Okay.
No. Kelly.
Kelly
wouldn't allow him to do that.
Wait, if Baker's playing.
So wait. So you're telling me that Stafford doesn't have enough balls as Tom Brady does to play football when he wants to?
Kelly is not gonna allow Stafford to play this game. She
So
wants to protect
Kelly,
him.
Kelly owns Matthew Stafford's
She wants to
balls in her
protect him
pocket.
for next season.
And that's a wrap, folks. I don't have any predictions after that. That is going to be a fucking wrap. I don't have any predictions for none of this shit. 'Cause at this point in time, we already talked about domestic violence.
if it's okay, so with Baker playing
fried chicken,
it's gonna be Seattle.
I'm going with Paul on that one.
34-17.
Baker is fighting for a job next year.
Baker's fighting for a career.
34-17 Seattle.
24-17 Rams.
34-17. I'm changing it. 34-17.
Baker's playing. I don't think he wants the Lions to go to because he don't give a fuck.
Right, you don't give a fuck.
All right, Seattle. I'll take. Are they playing at Seattle or at?
They're playing at Seattle.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be
Paul's
man, dude.
I'm taking Paul's score.
34-17.
Yeah, 34-17.
And then I'm doing 34-28 Packers. With them scoring the last minute touchdown.
I ain't going that far. I'll take the 34-28, but I'm
Honolulu Blue hater.
Are they wearing the white and blue pants or white and white?
Probably white and gray.
Like Lions, because Lions for their ways, are they wearing all white or are they wearing white and blue?
Probably white and blue.
Who cares?
It matters because we win more with the white and blue pants.
Why?
Telling you.
We're still here. It's over.
All right. Thank you all for joining us on this week's episode of Speak Your Piece. Again, make sure you're following us everywhere you get your streaming services from, whether that's Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, wherever you're getting your services from. Again, make sure to follow us on YouTube as well, also for the newest video edition of Speak Your Piece. Jeremy, thank you for inviting me back. Paul, it's always good to do a show with you. Yeah. I'm hoping to be back a little bit more often. I know with this room, it's kind of hard to do 4 people. I learned that lesson last time, but with that being said, everyone have a good weekend. Everyone have a good week. Enjoy the show. And most importantly of all, peace!